You're listening to the Wicked Theory Podcast.
We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
And here we go.
Broadcasting to you live from a bar full of feathered mullets at the Double Deuce. This is the Wicked Theory Podcast.
Holy shit, that's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Wicked Theory Podcast. I'm your buddy Bill, and we're back. Another day, another week. That weird sound is Uncle Jay.
Yeah, a little pipe today.
He's piping it up.
Yes, sir.
Tobacco pipe, old school.
How you doing, Bill?
I'm good.
Don't tell him it's crack pipe.
No.
No, well, tobacco
No,
pipe.
that's a whole different thing. That's the one kind of pipe we probably wouldn't allow in the house.
I'm smoking
And
a
then,
little Captain Black.
And then Brother Bob over there, guitar. You already heard him a little bit.
What's up, everybody?
Sweet sounds.
Yep.
Hey, so how's it going? This is episode 183. And you know how we do it. This is, we do it live every Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixlr, Mixlr. Download the free app, search for us, or just go to mixlr.com/wicked-theory. Come hang out, get in the chat room, play the chat room game. Then we're going to hit you with some pop culture news, reviews, other nonsense.
Yeah.
Yep, that's you like that? Nice and smooth, this intro.
Well, nice.
Legendarily smooth.
I should open it up more often.
Yeah, and there's always time for people to send an email if they want to. You can send it to podcast@wickedtheory.com.
Go, send it now.
Go, write something, anything. What's your favorite snowflake shape?
Well, now's the perfect time to stop and write an email because you're going on about yada yada. you know,
Yeah.
Right?
It's a perfect time.
Right,
We
yeah.
got between now and by the time we get to emails, if you're listening live in the chat room, man,
Yeah, this is where the dull stuff in the show is what I'm saying.
Yeah. This is the warm up.
Right, this is
yeah.
the time, while we're talking about this, you could be typing email, takes you about 2 minutes,
Right.
and then boom, we're into the show, and you're in there right along with us.
By the time we get to something worth talking about, worth writing an email for.
That'll be right around the time Jay's done with that pipe.
That too. Well, that might go all night. But I would think that the other person, that would be about the time they finally got like their little document open. They got set up. Okay, now what am I going to write an email about? And by that point, maybe we'll actually be talking about something.
Right.
Within like the next 35
Well,
seconds.
yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just, just keep being meta.
It's going to be all right, Bill.
Everything's going to be fine. It's all going to be okay. Right? You promise?
Yeah.
Been telling you that since I met you.
Yeah, it's true. It's been working out for you.
Yeah.
Bill, just let Jay drive the bus.
Well,
That's what he's saying.
Speaking of both of those things, Jay, let's put this in right here. Let's talk about the Sundance Channel. Can we?
Yeah.
Get right to this, get it out of the way.
Just get it out of
Well,
the way.
you know Robert
go.
Redford?
I know.
Know of him.
I
Don't
knew-
know him personally.
It's his channel.
I knew him back when he was just little Bobby Red.
Yeah.
That's what we used to call him around the block, little Bobby Red.
Bob Red.
It was
You
only
know?
later when he was driving a Ford that
Yeah.
he became Redford.
Yeah, it's really not his real name. It was just all nickname based.
Well, all joking.
McGillicuddy can only take you so far.
All right.
All joking aside,
Yeah,
all
all joking
cock-blockery
aside, all interruptions aside.
the Sundance TV Network is a channel on a pay cable service.
Yeah.
And you
People are
should have it
familiar.
in your basic. I think it's part of the basic channels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think on most companies it's either in the base package or the tier right above that.
Right.
There you go.
So
Millions of households.
Yes.
there's a special called Jonestown,
2-part special.
Terror in the Jungle,
Yes.
a 2-part extravaganza,
A 4-hour bonanza.
from what I understand.
Right.
And yours truly plays Jim Jones in the reenactments.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
Wait, no, wait. Oh,
I'm sorry.
yours truly
Oh,
means
so-
the person speaking.
Yes.
Oh, well, my
Exactly.
bad.
Right.
Yours
I
truly.
was wondering why he was talking about me like that, but I actually didn't do that.
Yeah, I know. Well,
It's all right.
I told you should have went out for the part, Bob. But big round of applause to you, Jay.
Thank you.
worked on it for a
Yeah.
while, and
Yeah.
we've been psyched the whole way through. Can't wait for this to go down.
Yeah,
So what nights is this now? Just to me
The 17th and the 18th. It's a Saturday night and Sunday night
of this month.
Mark
Mark it on your calendars, kids.
And it's been heavily marketed
Hit your DVR for it.
on Facebook, on Twitter, on AMC. They've been showing.
Sure.
Because I believe AMC
Sister,
and
sister,
their sister
Yeah.
companies.
incestuous.
And yeah, so you won't hear me. And I was shot in very low contrast. However,
Sure.
Yeah. I hear that because of this, you're now up for Shakespeare in the Park.
Yes, I am. Absolutely. Summer stock. I'll be playing summer stock. But no, so I'm very excited about it, you know.
Right.
So
Well,
you're
you should
basically
be.
playing Jim Jones in the reenactment style
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So
you
not necessarily a spoken role, but like you're the guy in the background as Jim Jones.
As
Whenever
Jim
you're seeing
Jones.
Jim Jones, that's you
right.
in the story.
Although I did see a couple photos where I am clearly shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Publicity stuff,
yeah,
anyway. So
yeah.
at least with that level, they're showing you pretty crispy and clear.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm very excited about is that I'm on the official poster for this thing.
Yeah.
That is big. That is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this super close up where like it's a very stylized thing. You know, it's a super
Yeah.
close up, and you just kind
Got
of
the
get
aviators in there.
you
Yep.
get the glasses, and you get the bridge of the nose, and all that. And as
Yeah.
soon as I saw that, Jay, before you even sent it to me, because I had seen it on my own, I was like, that's got to be Jay's head.
Right.
That's got to be Jay.
Like they could have used Jones on the cover.
Absolutely.
Jones, but
Absolutely.
they went with me.
Yeah, well, because they had a high resolution photo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That
That's
and
like-
the glasses.
Yeah.
Because I was with the prop glasses all week.
yeah.
I even took a shot of those glasses.
I feel like I can smell you in that photo.
Oh,
Jay.
yeah.
It's so close.
Yeah, Old Spice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You definitely made sure to have like no boogers or anything.
Nope.
'Cause
Yeah.
That's basically forehead to chin.
Well, there was a woman on set taking pictures throughout the whole damn day, each day. You know what I mean? So she'd
Sure,
just stand here,
sure.
so it's one of those.
Yeah. It's all that production photo stuff.
But I like it. It's got a nice black background. They did a nice
Yeah.
job with the
Have
actual
you
poster.
been on? I the day that they put out the first trailer and kind of officially announced and put out and they set up. Or they unlocked, you know, the page on their website for the movie. I checked
Right.
it out that day. There wasn't a lot on it. Have you been on that lately?
Yeah, well, yeah, there's still not a lot on the,
The page under
trailers.
Sundance.com.
but they are plugging it on Twitter. They're
Okay.
plugging it on Facebook, and the channels, the cable channels.
Ladies and gentlemen, you knew him when.
Exactly.
I just want to say that. So
Yeah, it's actually
thank
it's actually kind of impressive when you think about it.
This is some-
Not to stroke this guy's ego anymore.
no, but I mean it's
but-
huge exposure.
Right, because he was what I wanted to say was you started doing this whole extras things kind of out of necessity, and you basically talked your way into this role. They kind of looked at you like, hey, he might be able to do this, and then you kind of had to convince them.
I actually, what I did was I submitted for it, and it said I kind of mirror. I mean, I don't exactly look like Jim Jones, but
No.
I'm a fit for it.
Yes.
So so they sent me a private email and said send me a video,
Sure.
and so I took a sermon that they sent to me, and I did the sermon and I sent it to them, and then they said come on in, and they gave it to me right there.
Nice.
You know, I mean, I didn't even think I had it. I went in there just thought I would do another audition for them, but
Right, but they wanted you to come in to give it to you.
right.
Well, that's awesome.
Good stuff, man.
See?
It
Yeah.
is kind of uncanny.
Yeah.
Some of the shots
and-
does
but it-
look like them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It works. Yeah. There
Like
was
the one main still looks like
Yeah.
Jones.
not for nothing.
There's
It
like
works.
a 3/4 angle, kind of close up.
No, it was one head on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one where you have your arms outstretched
My arms
now,
are out in
and
front
that's
of
more of like a it's not like a snapshot from the show, more than it's like a set photo almost.
No, it's from the show. I think it's a still
it's
out of the
a
show.
still out of it. Yeah?
Because that
Okay.
particular scene, I believe, is they're going to show you a lot of the Jim Jones stuff that you never knew.
Okay.
Like he staged his own assassination
Right.
attempt, and so he comes out and says, "I'm alive."
Right.
And there's nothing.
It's a little bit of Jim Jones. This is your life.
Yeah.
As
That's right.
messed up as that idea. And that's the other thing. We just won't, people won't. I hope there's some kind of DVD extras, some behind-the-scenes production stuff where we might, just for a second, hear you somewhere, somehow, just doing a little bit of your Jim Jones.
Listen, if that poster makes the Blu-ray cover, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's your bucket list right there.
I'm gonna retire.
If the Man of
That's
Steel,
the high watermark.
if the Man of Steel books
Gets his own steelbook.
gets his own steelbook, the universe might implode. Just saying. All right, so
Dude, maybe we got to make that happen for Christmas.
just you know what, we all have to pester the Jim Jones and Sundance for a steelbook.
Right.
You know, when it comes out, gotta get the groundswell on that. You gotta find the Reddit for steelbook freaks.
Maybe what we have to do, Bill, is if there's next time there's a showing or whatever, he's got to be there.
Yeah.
We got to tag along and just
Oh,
grab
yeah.
the people in the production and go, guys, dude, we know this guy. You got to do this. All right? Even if it's just
Right,
just
yeah.
a promo and
Yes, right.
he's got to get one,
Truthfully, I couldn't
Dude
be
was
more
stupid
humble.
shit, and we'd have to torch him every week on the show.
Yeah, truthfully, I couldn't be more humble about the whole thing. It's really just something. I can't believe it's happening.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
and enjoy the ride while it lasts. And if this can turn into something else, keep enjoying it. Don't
Right.
be, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid and back down. Just head first, man. Go into it head first.
And I thank you guys.
Oh, you're
Seriously.
welcome. Well, Chindan.
Salud.
Here's a little
Yeah.
salute.
Salud.
Salute, salute.
Jay,
Gesundheit.
speaking of all that,
Grazie.
take a sip. And what are we drinking tonight here?
Well, HBO.
Not that this is a plug city or a sponsor for them.
Well, HBO and Johnny Walker got together,
Oh, boy, did they.
and they put out the Game of Thrones White Walker
Nice. Nice.
by Johnny Walker,
Nice.
and it's very good, if I say so myself. Here.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm enjoying it too. And it's on the bottle, it's some special blend or whatever, but it says how it should be ice cold, and
We put it in the freezer for a little
we
bit.
did, and they were not wrong.
Yeah, we're not wrong. It's
They-
very, very good. It's worth it.
Yeah, it definitely is. So as we continue this nonsense, who's in the chat room?
Well, let's see. We got Wesley, Ryan, Gaskins.
Wesley.
We got Agent Palmer, but he doesn't count. But we're going to count him today because we're feeling good.
Okay.
Now we got Joe Cuda.
What?
Joe Cuda?
Joe Cuda hanging
That's
out.
Barracuda's nephew.
It's Barry Cuda's brother. I got you.
Right.
Cousin, nephew, something.
John Thompson.
Hey.
We got Sammy 87,
Nice.
Hey,
which
Sammy.
is Baby Doll 87,
That's sure.
and James B. Ham
Right. James B.
What's up,
hang him.
James?
and Swish. And
Nice.
Swish.
Nicey, nice. We got all kinds of people hanging out.
Hey Steph, how you doing? huh?
Cool.
Things all right?
Joe Cuda says Maximum Bob rocks.
Oh, hey, that's one of the guys from the band.
There he is.
Is that your nickname in the band? Is Maximum Bob?
That's Maximum Bob. First day, man. I wasn't even remember. Hey, look, it's Maximum Bob.
Well, I think
That was it.
think that's gonna carry over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bob. I think that might have to carry into the show now.
Yep. Time to change that Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Woo!
Maximum Bob.
Maximum Bob at Bob WTPC.
I might have to go ahead and do that now.
That's it. That's it.
But you can find, you can know it though, since we're on it.
Sure, yeah,
You
hit
can
it.
find Maximum Bob over on the Valak page on Facebook. Because I've been given authority to take that over and be in charge of that.
Okay, cool.
So head on over there.
So head on over there, kids.
Anything
And,
for anything Valak related, and if you want to find out something that's going on in the show and you can't find it out elsewhere, you might be able to find it out over there because I'm going to be plugging this show over there as much as I can get away with.
fair enough. And your buddy Joe says he apologizes. He says sorry, Bob.
And salute to you too,
That's
Bob,
all right.
for this
That's
for
all
your
right.
band.
Not for nothing.
that's all right. When he sees-
There are worse nicknames
When
to
he
have.
sees how
let me
bad
tell
I
you.
am on a couple of the songs tomorrow, he'll be taking back that apology.
Oh shit! It might turn to minimum, Bob. It might come from max to min. All right. So look, what do you?
Bob and I will be at Podtoberfest.
Podtoberfest.
Maximum Bob and Uncle Jay
Well, look,
signing autograph.
we'll set one up. We'll set something up. We'll have a road show or some shit. All right. So as long as Jay's got some fucking whiskey, he's good. All right, look, so there's a chat room game set up in here. I guess we totally missed the boat, and Angel Palmer, as producer of the show, took upon himself to put this one in.
Is that what you call
All
it?
right.
That's what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna say for this. All right, so it's rejected Wicked Theory mascots.
So Bill,
Okay.
His example is a rabid sewer gator. So basically, it's like if I was looking for ideas.
I don't know that we would reject that one.
I don't think we would. I don't think we would. I think it's gonna be. You'd be hard pressed to find rejected.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think a rabbit gator. We would keep him in a cage over here. We throw him raw meat every once in a while. Make him part of the show.
So I say just send us mascot ideas because we're always looking. But yeah, that's the theme for this one. Put him in there. Agent Palmer, our producer,
we might have to make Joe Cuda the mascot.
There you go. Okay. Agent Palmer's going to compile them all at the end, and we'll read them off, and we'll have a big hootenanny about it. Sorry about the belching. Is that rude?
Nope.
Not at all.
Not in your
not
house.
according to Uncle Jay.
Not well. I'm sure you were raised better.
Yes, I was.
Better.
Yeah.
how did I say that? Better.
And they stopped throwing feces at the walls a long time ago.
Well, that stopped, at 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I think supposedly I was legend for that. I'm gonna just throw this out there. I think this alcohol is hitting me way too fast. But
Lightweight.
yeah.
Well, it's not like you drink all the time.
Yeah.
I don't drink all the time.
But
Let me
No,
retract that.
no, most of the time.
I drink most of the time.
some of the time. I think that works, right?
Yeah, not all the time. Just
The
all the time.
weekend.
Just all the time he's awake.
Just a weekend,
Yeah, I
Thursday
mean-
through Monday.
It's like a 5-hour window. What's the big deal? Every day.
It's a 5-day
I don't
window.
drink all the time. I gotta sleep sometimes.
I mean, come on. If I don't drink, I get nightmares. But yeah, supposedly that's what Mom said. You know, that supposedly I was the one who
What,
took
if
off his
she doesn't
diapers.
drink, she gets nightmares.
No.
That-
Well, she might say that nowadays, but I mean that's revealing. So let's just say that for me, anyway, supposedly when I was little and still wearing diapers, I was notorious for taking them off and smearing it on the walls, one way or the other. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if I was taking the diaper or just fucking
Well, that's a good time.
scooping
That's right.
it out of my little baby butt and doing
That's
it.
right.
But
When I was 2, I took a whole jar of Crisco and smeared it all over David.
yeah, that's true. That is a legendary story in the family too. Bobby covered Dave head to toe
I was like 3.
in
He
a
was
whole,
like
a
1.
whole can of Crisco.
Yeah, and Grandma didn't do a thing. She just recorded it on video.
'Cause that's how grandmothers are. They love it.
On,
It's
I think it was 8mm.
8mm. It was. We had a splice film.
Yeah.
But it was a brooder. It was a brooder style. She came in.
Yeah,
there was no
pretty-
audio. That's how
No.
Lois was.
No.
Lois Sweeney. It was a brooder style. Totally.
Nice.
Back and to the left. But
And there
all
might have been an
Crisco.
option to buy a camera with audio. She just didn't see it as necessary to record life.
Yeah, it was like we don't need to hear nothing.
You know,
She was back in the days of silent film. So
it's the same woman who bought Volkswagens.
yeah, like on purpose every
Yeah,
time.
because they were fuel efficient back in the 70s.
Yeah. She was a real supporter of the Germans.
And drove a manual for it too.
So let's move on to the next thing here, kids, and we're gonna get a little newsy. We're gonna just kind of go over some stuff. Yeah. Jay, do you get the bit? It's Iron Man and ESPN News
Yeah,
smashed
I got
together.
it.
Okay, all right.
I got it.
It's been a long time since I had obnoxiously pointed it out to people who may
I
not know.
did.
Okay, fair enough.
And I said he should change it to Into the
It
Void.
came out of a moment of genius.
Yes, it was all mine. So
It was
that's
all my
why.
genius, my idea.
It's my idea.
In a moment.
Well, that's all right.
In a moment of clarity.
Bugger me in the bum.
So what's this
All
news?
right then.
all righty then. Yeah, so for me, I knew Jay would be dying probably to talk about this. So real quick, no, not at all. Rogue One prequel TV series with Diego Luna, Disney Plus. It's happening. It's official. The Mandalorian, like, what's nerd brains are exploding. Cash from Uncle Jay, officially. Stash if I can get a physical copy. No, but yeah. So
is good
Bob
news.
Iger from Disney had a big thing they do for the shareholders and put some stuff on the table and kind of put out officially that yes, besides Mandalorian, there's a Rogue One series, prequel kind of series, basically. Well, a series wrapped around Diego Luna's character. Let's just put it like that.
Right.
So people are kind of saying Rogue One prequel. And also, too, mentioned that, the Loki series thing is officially happening, too.
Right.
Disney Plus is the name of the service that's going to be coming. They finally name-dropped it. And so, specifically, Jay, can you handle it? I mean, I don't know.
No, this is a good step in the right direction for the pay service. But the thing is this: the Star Wars standalone movies are on hold for now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we know why.
After Episode 9.
Right. Well, because of Solo in the bad box office and whatnot.
Yeah. Although I think for everything that happened with Solo, I think it was a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Yeah.
I think it's made its money on home video.
And the fault on that entirely lies with lack of promotion.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But that's another story.
Yeah, we've covered all that.
Well, it's piecemeal for that. But
Yeah,
I mean,
blame on that is piecemeal,
But I think that this is probably a good
If you
substitute.
TV right now is
Right.
the way to fucking go.
Right.
It's like if you are a fan and you want story, this is what you want.
Right. So we're going to get endless amounts of stories now.
So much.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of talent involved in
Yeah.
this. It's going to be, theatrical quality shit on a pay service. So
Yeah,
right.
this is a step in the right direction. I won't even go more on it. So,
Yeah. John Favreau, I don't think is going to make a mistake with The Mandalorian.
No, probably not.
Probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He hasn't made a mistake, and he's taken a couple of risks that I was like, no, you're not making that into a live action, are you?
Yeah, like, it was
And they worked.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I give the guy credit. He
Yeah.
kind of comes off as like,
Well, you know what? Favreau's a hard guy to pin down, right?
yeah,
Favreau is like
he's
as like a
almost
director,
like
kind of.
he's almost Kevin Smithy,
It's like Kevin Smith, like if
but
he
like
just
a little
like
more serious.
yeah, like if he had his shit together, right? You know what I mean? Like, but he's
And
versatile.
then it's not a bad thing to say
No,
any of that.
no, because Kevin Smith's got his shit relatively together.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little more about that later.
True. But Favreau's kind of like a guy where, like, his palette is kind of varied. Sure, this is like, the most genre thing he's done since Iron Man stuff. You know what I mean? Like, as far as franchisee and all that kind of shit. But, like, he's... he knows what the fuck he's doing. Like,
Right.
we actually sat here before the show. We were watching clips from me.
Yeah.
Speaking of fucking
but,
Favreau.
it just tells you that he
Yeah.
can actually pull off a crime drama.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
if he was doing, like, his best ode to Scorsese,
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind he can pull that off.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got the chops for that.
Yeah, he's got the chops for that. So, but really what we're talking about here is the Diego Luna thing and how, this is going to open up this whole kind of window now into the Star Wars canon of, how much will the TV show, show us of it all? Like, we'll have to wait and see, obviously. But that's the,
Just going to get more of that universe. The
man.
possibilities are
Yeah.
endless.
And the thing is, like, now you're going to have, like, 2 shows kind of, like, in that world. Like, obviously they're going to be. So, like, the nerd in me can't handle
Yeah,
it.
it's wonderful. Good time.
The nerd in me, I can't. It's too much. It's
I'm
too
excited,
Much.
I'll be there.
I say, take some back. It's too much. But just to touch on the Loki thing, I know it's not really in there, but like that's a thing where like that I'm kind of like a little bit more suspect of, only because it's like Loki and it's like what's he gonna be doing? What's that show about? What's like? Is it like? I'm Loki, and I have friends,
Right.
and we
Did
have
they
a,
get
we have a
Hiddleston?
loft in New York City, and like
Did they get Hiddleston, or are they doing? Is that one?
no,
of
it's
those they're doing as
Hiddleston.
cartoon?
No, it's Hiddleston. Like, you know what I mean? And
Then
like
that's money right there.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
And so what I think it's a great sign is that like, and the fact that Titans is really good over on the DC Universe thing.
Yeah, you were saying that. You've been talking about that for a while. I still have to
Yeah,
jump on that. One.
it's fucking.
I think that's gonna be like Brockmire for me, though.
Yeah, it's a thing where like
So I'll get to it.
I know I
maybe,
like it, and I tasted it, and it's good, but I'll get to it. It's one of those, right?
Yeah.
But
But you were saying. Titans.
But so that just that like these services now, like I think it's going to be like I was saying to you, Jay, before the show that like my hope is that like they're saying, you know what, since we're new, much like DC is doing, like let's not try and like have a big blanket of a bunch of shows. Let's just start small, but really dump money into those and really just say, let's start with like, Game of Thrones level or next level first run shows. Like that's like, you know, I mean, the new playing field, especially as a service. If you got to convince me to pick up your service, you know, like, you know what, not for nothing, just a Mandalorian show may not be enough to get me to stick around after episode 10. What else is down the pike?
But
I'm not
Star
into,
Wars and Marvel will.
Right. Or what if to say, like, I'm not into Loki? Oh, you have a other show for Star Wars coming too. Like, okay, cool. Like,
But
you know
but
what
the
I mean?
thing is, Bill, to get back to
Get back to it, baby.
Loki.
Yeah.
A show on Loki brings the possibilities to bring more characters that haven't been seen yet.
Sure.
So whether you don't like the character or not, you
Yeah.
might be dealing with
And
other characters.
And I wonder if that show would be a show where, like, unlike Netflix, where they don't really bring in anybody or do any like hard crossover stuff, like they do like on Shield. Shield is like actually more actually connected to the movies because like at least Sif and a couple of other actors from the movies, like Nick Fury, have been on that show.
Right.
Like,
Well, it's canon to.
right, but
what's
so
going
is the
on.
Netflix show, quote unquote. But they
That's
don't
what
do
they
it-
say,
but they don't show
they don't
anybody.
show
No one's
it,
ever been in one of those shows. Will this be the place now where we'll finally see cameos of
Yeah.
movie theater version actors coming in and saying, well, since Hiddleston is here, okay, it's okay for me to come in, you know, and the check is big and fat.
Well, Hemsworth will come in, I'm sure.
Yeah, Hemsworth is. I pretty much have to.
But this might be a good segue into maybe getting some Beta Ray Bill. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
A man
you know
can
what I mean?
dream.
Yeah.
A man can dream.
Exactly. Although I still think that's worthy of a theatrical
I'm
installment.
sorry, Bob. I felt like I cut you off a little bit. You had something?
No, I was gonna jump in with a comment, but it's okay.
Okay, cool.
It's a little late now.
So yeah, we went all over the place with that, but yeah. So moving on to my next thing, I just, you know, it's a little bit of a local thing, really, but I'm a little excited. Something finally might get me out of the house. There's an Alamo Drafthouse cinema coming to Staten Island,
That's awesome.
so we're gonna have like a theater that gives a shit, like really gives a shit about movies.
Yep.
Like not just as like, you know, just a means to an end, but like, you know, wants to cultivate movies and shows like, you know, crazy outlandish shit. Like Alamo Drafthouse, if you've heard of it and don't really know what it is, you should kind of like look into it. Like, you know, they're popping up with small, like, you know, it's like it's saying like, what's the thing in between an art house movie theater that gives a shit about film and like a chain that can like not like just be about flash and shitting on the industry itself.
It's a pop culture-ish art house cinema.
Yeah.
That derived out of Texas.
Right. Well,
There's one in Yonkers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Yonkers. I
Yeah.
think there's one in the city now.
Yeah.
And that the fact that they're expanding.
They're trying to bring a personalized I guess personalized, not a personalized experience, but
Right.
For them, it's
Yeah.
more of a personalized experience.
It's like, could you imagine if like movie lovers fucking actually ran the theater in a way?
Right.
Ran a theater chain
Well,
with
yeah,
like
there's
big
a-
money
So
behind
it's a place where you might actually get a night where they'll have, because they found out that maybe there's a whole bunch of Rocky Horror fans out here, so maybe they'll have a they'd be more likely to have a Rocky Horror weekend.
Well, theme
Or
nights
something
for
like
sure.
theme nights or stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of like
or
independent
independence.
cinema from the old days.
Sure.
They're great. They have their own Blu-ray line too. You know what I mean? And a lot of the stuff they have is very, very.
Dude, I love a
interesting.
lot of the old Japanese samurai stuff.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, well, kind of. They are bringing this theater to Staten Island, but RZA is kind of teamed up. You know, RZA from Wu-Tang has kind of
Okay.
teamed up with them, and part of the functionality of this place is going to have a bar. So now it's this official kung fu themed bar. That like it's just gonna kind of be like that's the hook on it, like, you know. But it's all Sonny Chiba out, and
You can come in with the green gi, with the gold.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, if you're feeling it, like, you know what I mean. But it's gonna be called the Flying Guillotine. So if you know your kung fu movies,
Dude, it's gotta have the sound when you open the door, going ding 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 ding, or a gong or something.
Bob's going to that level. Well, the gong maybe. We'll go with the gong. So,
or maybe everybody's been kung fu fighting starts or something like
yeah, stuff like that. It's definitely going to be, like, the movies are going to be running in the background. All of the posters and all of the tables look like they're going to have the theater cards, like the old school theater cards, kind of, like, made into the tabletops and stuff like that.
Maybe you turn in your coat and you get a little kung fu gi.
You get a gi instead, right? Certain nights, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they'll teach you how to catch a fly with some chopsticks, something like that. Like, you know, Miyagi style. That'll be just a class 1 week.
Maybe they have the Hong Kong Fu car in the corner.
Nice.
Take a picture in that.
There you go. Hong Kong Fu. just everything that's not. I got you. So the quote here is that basically. This is going to be a thing that's going to be on Highland Boulevard for us.
It's going to be out in that one. Okay.
Yeah, so...
well, that plaza they're building out there is going to be monstrous.
Yeah, that's going to be the one that, like... Oh, you thought the one at the mall here in the island was going to be the shit. No. It's going to be this one.
Basically imagine everything in your mid to large mall.
Yeah.
Indoor mall just turned inside out.
Well, let me just put it like this.
Be outside.
The mall is going to be the one that's going to be like overrun with people. And people are going to quickly get their fucking shit woken up here on Staten Island because Alamo Drafthouse literally kicks people out on a regular basis for fucking with their phones.
Right.
Like that's like their rule. They have special PSAs that they've had celebrities do, and they've been doing it for a long time. They have this one that's classic, which is this lady who leaves like this crazy voicemail. And she's literally like... It's seconds after she gets out of the building, and like I don't know if she's drunk or she's just belligerent. I forget exactly. It was a while ago, but like they use the voicemail as the next PSA. They're like, "Oh, if you really think that we won't kick you out, listen to this lady." And she's like, "You guys are a fuck. I can't believe all I did was turn my phone on for 2 seconds and stuff." So like, I can't wait to see like how it goes down.
Good. I think that's what they should do.
All the loud people on Staten Island who are really...
You know what I mean? But just people, like, you know, but that's like for, like, you know, using your phone and stuff. So anyway, so take a look at it. If you go to birthmoviesdeath.com, there's an article there. It's got a link to a little video of the RZA talking over some kind of basic graphics kind of thing.
Okay,
the layout. Won't get too deep on it, but... because it's very local, but, you know, it looks like it could be a cool thing. They're going to try and do some official stuff there once in a while, I guess, as the RZA kind of does his projects or whatever here or there. They'll do, like, release parties and all these kinds of things there and stuff. You know, he's supposed to, you know, obviously he's going to be pretty active in what goes on there, I think, is the idea. You know what I mean? So you should see a lot of Wu-Tang related stuff probably come out of there here or there. Yeah. But that's not Fast and Furious anymore, so it's like...
Well, they're still doing a lot of side things now.
Oh, sure.
Because of their popularity.
But we're all adults now, is what I'm saying.
You're going to see a lot of shit.
If you told me in the 90s that Wu-Tang had a bar on Staten Island, I'd be like, stay the fuck away.
Really? You're not dead.
Right. Now I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
You're going to see a lot of...
It's actually a sports bar.
Basically, yeah.
You know?
Is it, Jay?
No, so you're going to see a lot of different films. It's not just going to be... the norm of
as far as the theater goes.
Yeah, you're going to see everything in there. A lot of revivals.
Yeah.
This is going to be very cool.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
There's a link out to like a breakdown of like what they're doing there at the theater. Like, you know what I mean? And I was just kind of like really kind of surprised and blown away. But I don't want to get too deep on it. Right. But that does bring us to Brother Bob.
Yeah, Bill.
And what do you got in the kitty there?
Well, you know, I had a half
we might have
of
to make a
mine
soda
to be
run.
silent. Yeah, I had half of mine to be silent here because I'm going to be talking about Silent Bob.
Oh, yeah, that's
but,
true.
You know,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob get a reboot.
Okay, so what's the scoop on this now?
Right, now this has been actually talked about for a little while. It's actually a movie that Kevin Smith got greenlighted, was originally scheduled to start in New Orleans, or I believe in New Orleans, in the summer, but has been pushed up to February now.
Okay.
Right? So this is basically is going to be. He says it's basically going to be this Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Right.
As a reboot, done as a reboot.
Yeah,
right. So with the reboot, so it's like, wait, they're doing a reboot of Jay and Silent Bob
I read
Strike
the article
Back?
too, and I was a little confused because I was like,
oh, so now we got to go and we got to do that all over. So it's basically doing the same movie, but because they're doing the reboot of the original movie.
Yeah, but
right?
So it's like this meta kind of thing. I think is what's going on. Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be one of these movies well, I should say, I believe, based on everything that I read, it's going to be one of these movies that's really for a lot for the insiders, the
It
fans.
sounds self-referential
yeah.
as fuck.
Right, but it's probably going to be funny as hell because
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was actually pretty funny.
Right.
And if you read the article that we've got here, it really, he does like reference like, hey, you know, I got to get this done while I can still run around with a monkey.
Yeah, well,
You
that's
know?
the thing too. There is
You
an
know?
aspect here. It's on Laugh Spin, but yeah,
Right, yeah, Laugh Spin.
He does kind of point that out that like you know like he's not young anymore. You know what I mean? And
Right, yeah, and you know his popularity's kind of waning, so it's hard to get these things approved and have a reasonable budget and maybe be able to get a good number of theaters and so on. You know what I mean? So this is good for him. This is going to be. I think this is going to be funny. I'm glad it's getting made. And,
Right. Yeah. So
this, after everything happened with Randall.
Yeah.
With Clerks 3
yeah.
and all that.
Yeah,
But
the article covers that. Yeah,
yeah,
how
but-
like
how
no one's
basically-
really 100%
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, basically, they backed up all the money they could to him, and then the whole cast basically all said, "Hey, look, we'll give some of our money back so you can get it more if that's the problem."
Yeah, and it
You know,
wasn't the thing.
And it wasn't the thing. It wasn't.
And
all
he's
about him.
acting in some other thing.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
So it's
wanna
not
do-
about leaving acting
right. It's just
or
about-
the
he does-
money.
yeah, so it must
It
just be
seems
about
like
the
something rubbed him
character.
wrong, and he's not kind of putting anybody in the mix on it.
Yeah, he's just not gonna
Or
be doing it.
everybody in the circle of knowledge is kind of like just not saying what it is because it's something maybe personal. Like I don't know.
Right.
Like that's the other thing. That's the only other
Yeah.
takeaway
Well,
I had.
There
From
is
it.
a core of people over at View Askew.
Well, that's what I mean.
So
Like
yeah, they may have. They
out
may
of the
have
4 or 5
decided to-
people who would know if he had like some serious personal issue with somebody, and it's like, look, I'm just not going to work with somebody anymore or something. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm saying if it was a thing
Right.
like that.
Yeah, really, he's got to work with his buddy Dante. You know
Well, that's what I
If
mean.
if that's the issue, if
Him,
it's
Kevin, Jay, who
yeah.
knows? Like, you know what I mean? There's a certain core of people there. Like, I'm just saying, outside of
Yeah.
like, if it's not creative, because he's doing other acting work, and
Right.
it's not money, because they offered him more money,
Then
then
it's got to
that
be.
sounds like it's personal.
He doesn't like
you know,
being
or
attached
does-
to the character.
or the material,
Or, yeah,
you know?
it's-
But maybe,
but-
but anyway, they're moving on without him as much as they can.
as much as they can. So they're moving on to this movie, which sounds like it's going to be a fun time.
Cool.
You know
Cool.
what I mean? He's always funny. I mean,
Yeah.
just watch some of it.
Yeah, well,
Just watch Tusk.
yeah, just watch, well,
Tusk
Red
is-
State.
Red State.
Yeah, Red State too.
Which goes to prove that he
Yeah, if
can
you
act-
want to get hip to a Silent Bob and Jay thing, watch Red State.
Well,
Like,
the
that
thing
doesn't
is
make any
this,
sense.
that's
Really, that's a little that gets meta.
well, he's another example of what we talk about Favreau. That Kevin Smith can
Mm-hmm.
even, which surprised himself when he made Red State.
He's directed episodes of Supergirl like all the time now. Like,
I'm saying like
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Red State is a different thing. I think.
well,
you
I'm
watched
saying
that.
as far as
I watched
well,
it recently,
well, you
yeah,
kicked
that and
that.
Tusk.
Well, you kicked that to me about the Red State just now, and I'm like, well, yeah, that and like he also does Supergirl episodes.
But
like
it
the
doesn't have dick
versatility.
and fart jokes.
No, that's the thing, right? Doesn't have the dick and fart jokes. Doesn't have the horror. It's fucking super comic book schmaltz, and like he excels at that too. Like he's a guy
Well,
like
but he'll be the first one to tell you because he's
Yeah.
actually gone on record and said this in interviews that it's like, yeah, when I do stuff like Supergirl, they all know that. They all know their stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I go there and I'm like, so
he's
should
kind
I?
of right though. He is kind of right.
He's
Kevin
like-
does say that
He's
stuff
like,
where it's
so
like,
you know, so next time it's like after the first time I came, it's like, so next time I come, should I like bring the donuts?
yeah, he's like, I walk into a machine. He's like, I walk into a machine. And speaking of the donuts, he did have a thing like on a recent Smodcast. He talked about like how, so like, because Tim Hortons has the minis,
Yes.
like donut holes. They
Yep.
call them like little Tims or something like that. So he was like, how much is 1,000 Tims? Like, could we get 1,000 Tims for everybody here on the set? Like, how much would that, like, what's the deal? Like, you know, and it came into like some reasonable amount of money. And he was like, fuck it, let's do it. And then they couldn't get rid of all the fucking donuts, like
Yeah.
all the little donut holes. Fucking all the munchkins.
Right,
you know
but
what I
then the
mean?
next time they were kind of expecting it.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
He
right?
did Degrassi High too. Don't forget.
Yeah, he did episodes of Degrassi High. Well, he's in love with Degrassi High. If you listen to Kevin Smith long
Yeah.
enough, he talks about his heart attack. That's what he was humming to himself
Yes.
at some point. I forget if it was in the ambulance or at the hospital, or like in some fever dream. Some aspect of it, he talks about like and then like I was singing Degrassi High because that's what gets me through those things. Because it lifts me up. He's a big mush. So,
All right,
also,
fans of Breaking Bad.
Tim Bits. Thank you, Agent Palmer.
Tim Bits. Okay. So fans of Breaking Bad.
Yes.
You know that show that ended a long time ago, but people still talk about.
Right.
You know,
This is Bob's Breaking Bad report.
Okay.
We had one last week. Let's have a follow-up. Well, all new information, actually.
yeah, there's actually going to be a sequel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood, full movie, regular movie release. That's going to be.
Well, we don't know. That's the one thing we don't know for sure yet.
Aaron Paul will be in the movie.
That's right.
It's going to be a sequel. It's
Yep.
going to follow. It's going to take over where we last see them
Yep.
in the end.
Yeah.
More or less. I don't know that it's going to be like the moment that Jesse's sitting there laughing his ass off in the car.
Right. But the last
But-
thing you saw of Jesse was like he escaped from being held captive, and the car drives off, and like you just don't know whatever happened with Jesse. So
Yeah.
this might just be Jesse's story, at some level.
Yeah, so maybe he's out in Montana somewhere cooking meth and, being a crime lord of his own now,
Couldn't let it go. Wherever
Well, you
he
gotta-
ended up, he's like, well,
Yeah,
I got one
yeah.
skill.
You got to figure, though, a place like Montana would be a good place to go because there's only 1 million people in that giant state.
Right.
So no one's going to think that it's really feasible as a business to supply all those people. So here he goes. He figures it out. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Every place needs a little something.
I just wrote part 2, I guess,
There you go.
because they're already doing this one.
Right.
But so anyway, so they're going to have a follow-up movie.
Yeah, so this popped up. It was very kind of like a thing where, like, on one day, it was like, oh, they're doing some kind of Breaking Bad thing. And then, like, the next day,
Right?
it broke that
Yeah.
Aaron Paul was
Aaron
focus.
Paul
Is the
signed.
focus.
Vince Gilligan is writing and executive producing a movie.
Yeah.
It's official. So
Yeah.
Breaking Bad fans can rejoice on that one.
Yeah,
Maybe,
more to come. It
maybe
might go theaters. It might go network. No one knows for sure yet.
maybe we'll see. Maybe he'll run into Gene.
Well, who's to say, really, right? If it'll tie
Yeah,
into
yeah.
this Better Call Saul. I think the thing is that AMC it might be doing this thing of trying to figure out network movies, because that's the thing they just announced with Walking Dead that we'll probably get to. But like they seem to be deciding like maybe there's network movies for us that could work. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's probably a way to go these days because there's so much out there, so much competition.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you want to do stuff like that, someone will pick that up.
And just do a one and done, and it's a really big budget. You know?
Yeah. Just as long as it isn't like those Hulk movies.
Well, let's not talk about that, really.
The Thor,
Thor, Donald Blake, the only appearance ever of Donald Blake on
the
film.
death of the Hulk.
The death of the Incredible Hulk. Hey, look, he fell out of a plane. It happens. You know what I mean? People fall out of a plane all the time.
That's one hell of a Davy Dado. It's got the two. It's got 2 of the 3 movies they did.
Okay.
It's got the one with Thor and the one with Daredevil, and the thing opens up and it's got like a comic book pamphlet in it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
really
it's
kind
a
of cool.
special release, really.
It's Anchor Bay did it,
Okay.
and it might be out of print now, but I have it. If you ever want to like take a look at it,
Yeah. That'd be cool.
what it looks like clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Undamaged.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So bad.
So
But
bad.
but that's all we had.
You had to do with what you could.
Yep.
You took what you got. All right, Jay. Let's get into some of this crap. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult.
It's all right.
Let's talk about what you
I
got
ain't
here.
sensitive.
Good. That's for sure. What do you got in here, Chiefy?
Well, we might have covered this on an episode, but they were going to make a V film
Oh,
with Mark Singer.
right. Oh, really?
They were going to continue
Right, to kind of pick
the
up
old
with that.
V Final Battle, because I know
Right.
they rebooted it.
The last of the
with-
original
with,
TV
with
stuff.
Marina McCarran.
Okay.
Well, Kenneth Johnson, the guy, the big mastermind behind V, was going to make this movie, and he was going to. He said he had investors, he had some funding people involved, and it fell through.
That's not an official bell. I bumped it.
It fell through.
Okay.
It was going to be a trilogy.
Right.
Now, this is bad news because I really was looking forward to that. You know what I mean?
I would have been up for it.
Yeah.
I think that's a franchise or a series that could really play well if it was done right in the
Yeah.
movies.
Well,
I'm surprised it's not already.
but
being-
it would be a continuation.
Fair
It
enough.
wouldn't be, like a reboot again.
Fair enough.
Which is why that one failed, I think. You know what I mean? They want a continuation of the story.
Sure.
So, but in the same breath, because I believe some of the same producers are on this, but Jeff Nichols, the guy that did Bright,
Yes.
which was like an Alien Nation ripoff.
Well, I wouldn't call it rip-off, but I'd say it's in that wheelhouse of, like, let's make this thing part of the real world and see how that happens.
Right. Well, he's going to remake Alien Nation.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, I don't mean ripped off. It's more like it's
It's that same animal.
It's a cousin.
It's a
almost.
cousin. It's the same animal.
Tombstone, Wyatt Earp,
Yeah.
Deep Impact,
Yeah.
Armageddon.
It's like, what if we brought X species and made them like everyday people?
Right.
You know
Which
what I mean?
could be his pitch. Bright could have been a huge pitch to say, I can do a really good Alienation.
Well, I think the pitch is when you pitch Bright is that you go, did you see Alien Nation?
Bill,
It's the Alien Nation for 2016,
Right.
which is what it was.
Bill, I think you just came up with the theme song for the show.
Okay.
Everyday People.
Everyday people.
Now, I was a big
I'm
fan.
not everyday people.
I was a big fan of the film with James Caan.
Sure. Who was
That was it's still a very, very good movie. I never really watched the series, and it was
I watched a lot of the series.
Yeah, I did too.
And there was a thing I think I might say.
it was a hit too.
Well, I think I might say
It was
that
pretty
at
good
that
for Fox
time,
at the time.
it was decent, and there was a drought of sci-fi. I think, like really, kind of like trying to like do sci-fi right on TV.
Right.
Sci-fi done right is about a message. People who are like hoity-toity pinkies out about sci-fi will tell you that the purpose of science fiction is to always have this comparison of today versus tomorrow and the morality and the truth, like these
Right.
kinds of things. And
No,
Alien Nation was about
That's
racism.
what they took from Star Trek.
right, but that's what I mean. It's all over. That's why Star Trek works right. It's all over that. It's all over. Holy shit! Oh shit!
Hold on, we're gonna put this on hold a minute.
Yeah, I gotta ring this. Especially because
I'm all juiced up and shit too.
I'm gonna. Oh! Wah, wah, wah.
Next time we gotta lock the door, Bill.
Shit! Nice.
What's going on, buddy?
Our buddy Dom Torre is in the house, and we are missing
Yeah,
a microphone.
yeah.
No, it's coming around. We were gonna make it happen. So, shit. All right.
What's going? It's so fucking good to see you, man.
Wow, Dom Torre in the house. Sorry
Wow.
Sorry, get the fuck out of here. I wouldn't apologize,
Yeah, put this in.
especially to Bill.
It'll get there. It'll get there. It'll get there. Not yet. Not yet. I think you're good now. Oh wait.
No.
Switch on the mic.
No, I think I just had that. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there.
Sorry about your ears, kids.
What?
I think you should be good now.
No.
Is this thing on?
Oh
I don't know. Is this thing on?
no, that's up. This is in here.
Well, if he's got a cord there, maybe he could just turn it, because you got the purple right here. Let him just take the mic and connect it to the purple.
All right, let's try that.
You got it on what? It looks like
Right,
channel
I'm
2.
gonna take the
My fingers
headphones
on?
off while you do all that.
Maybe just pull down the red mic. On the purple. Purple's already down. Hello.
Check the switch.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, there it is.
Howdy.
There it is. Finally, technical difficulties.
I'm sorry to pop in, but I planned on being here for the start, but I had a little
way.
family thing to attend to
Oh no way.
that
Did
we
you have
could
to
talk
punch-
about off mic, but
You got to punch your dad.
yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly right. How'd
All
you
right.
know? How'd you know?
What's funny is
'Cause I did
I
the same thing last week.
punched his dad. Why would you
my
punch
dad.
it? Oh well.
No, see, I thought maybe, drug intervention, tied him to a chair, left him in a room to,
That happened last
get,
week.
to get clean.
What's going on, brother?
Dom Torre
Nothing, man.
has arrived.
Let's just continue. Let's
Okay, so where
continue the show.
I don't know. Where was I? I was
We'll
Alien Nation.
We can catch up with me in the after show.
Alien Nation.
Ooh, there's my replacement for the after show.
Basically-
I gotta buzz out.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jay was going to run down sequels.
Well,
I think we expelled all the Alien Nation
The Alien
stuff.
Nation thing.
There's
we're
a
looking
reboot
forward to
coming.
it.
We're excited. Good people are attached.
And
I know
just
nothing about it.
Hopeful.
All the better. All the
Right.
better, Dave.
Okay.
That you're
enough.
out of the loop on it because we were done.
So just a quick rundown of fucking sequels we're getting. Some I could care less about.
Yeah,
some
like a
of them-
quick rundown. Like we're gonna do like a headlines kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Hold on, let me get a swig.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ with the
Wow,
fucking.
we're in a rhythm here, and then he just like stops
You know,
the whole train.
Finally, Dom comes all the way, walked here, all the way
It's fucking cold out there. man.
from the middle of Manhattan. Is any of that true?
Over the water.
That would have been
and
sad if
everything,
it were true, though. You know.
right? Bill.
All of it except for the
He
part that I walked
over
here
the
from the
water
middle of
and
Manhattan.
everything.
I think he did walk on water, Bob.
Yeah, he performed miracles to get here.
I believe that. All right, Jay, let's hit us with
So
this
is
list.
Step Brothers 2,
Okay, what's the next one?
which is the one I would watch.
Cash in.
Okay.
Bob, let me just get through this, and then I'll do the thing.
Run the list.
All right.
We won't interrupt.
Kingsman 3, but no Taron Egerton. He's leaving. Hitman's Bodyguard 2. Bad Boys 3, I could give a shit. And Austin Powers 4 is developing. And the Rock Hudson biopic.
Yeah, somebody.
Oh, that's not a sequel. Sorry.
No, it's not. But it is in development.
Somebody like Michael Myers in the Queen movie.
That's all I had. But somebody had.
Step Brothers 2, Dom. Yay or nay?
I'm here for it for sure.
That's-
I'll go see it, but
That's why I put it first. That's
I-
the only thing I would
That's a
watch.
$3 billion movie right there. $3 billion.
$3 billion.
$3 billion.
That'll
you
make
think
money.
so? You think it'll make that much?
No.
Yeah, it'll make a billion trees.
I think it'll make one. It might make one.
It might make one
It might make one.
if
dude.
it's that good.
I was a
But-
fan of the first one.
But yeah, like I was gonna say, dude, the fucking first one's a classic. I mean, that's one of the best comedies of the modern era. I just wish it would have came a little bit quicker. You know, I feel like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly were probably just like, "What do we got right now, man?
Yeah.
Let's
it's been a
fucking
drought
bring
for
back
those two.
Step Brothers."
Yeah, it's
Well, they're
kind of
doing
like what's
Sherlock
going on.
Holmes, I think.
Yeah, that is. Did you see a trailer for that? Or are you still on a trailer ban? Last time we saw you, you were on a trailer ban.
I've been on a ban of like everything basically. I just haven't watched
Life,
anything.
life
yeah.
ban.
Yeah, I just haven't watched or
Did you
seen
see
anything.
Infinity War? Black Panther?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Goes-
good.
All right.
I think I've been on the show since then. Since at least Black Panther, that's for sure. That was almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, right.
Black Panther came out in March, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. We're up against
Yeah,
the
so
awards
it's like
now.
6 months.
Sure.
7 months. something
All
like
right, Kingsman 3, no Tarragon.
Yeah, I didn't even
Tarragon?
see the second one, so
That's the main kid, though,
that.
right?
I'm good with that.
Little Basil makes up for the Tarragon.
Well, they're gonna have to get a little kid named Basil or something.
Those are the two films that I would probably go out of my way to watch.
Yeah, Hitman's Bodyguard. I still haven't seen it, so I
But
personally.
fucking Jay, man. Bad Boys 3, no go for you?
I'm not a fan of the other two. Never was.
Really?
I like the first one. I don't really remember like much about either one of
I
them.
mean, it's just a stupid
The first one,
90s action franchise. I mean,
Yeah.
what else
Isn't
do you
a
want
great,
from it?
great Wayans kid?
the first one, the
in this
first one,
Like great grandkid.
there will be in this one.
the first one came out. I was really like alcoholed and
That might have kind of. You
and
know.
and truthfully, I haven't. I watched the second. I didn't flat out like the second one at all.
Right.
It was just terrible. And I actually rewatched that the other day. The first one is not bad,
Right.
but I
So
wouldn't
you're
go
not
out of my
totally
way.
heartless, is what you're saying?
No,
Okay.
not heartless.
All right. Well, I mean, because I don't know. I didn't get excited. Like, you know what I
getting
mean?
No,
You
I'm
know
not
what I mean?
excited really
Getting
about
the
anything.
chat
You know,
over here.
Step Brothers 2 I watched because I loved that first movie.
In Austin Powers 4, I couldn't give a shit.
But
I
here's
think
the
he's
thing,
done.
though. Austin Powers 4. That's
Yeah.
announced?
Well, some
It's in
development
development.
action must have happened this week, so it kind of hit a headline, I guess, at some place or some point.
Because Mike Myers is in a hit movie.
Yeah, Mike Myers
Yeah.
popped up, and
Okay.
he's just like, I wrote a
like, oh my
treatment.
God, look at all the makeup he's in, you know, and it's such a wonderful thing. Like, it's such a wonderful thing.
But
I had
yeah,
to
I
see
don't
that,
know.
though.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like, you know,
We said all we needed to say about Austin Powers.
Yeah. How many, penis pump jokes can you do?
it's just a thing where like you'd have to. It would be a surprise, I think.
But
if
here-
it was really good, I think that would be a surprise,
If
right?
he kept up with the times, if he had some fresher jokes.
If we had seen him around, maybe if he was still kind of like culturally relevant a little bit more.
right.
Yeah,
Like-
he totally fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right now his whole any relevance he has is totally tied to Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right.
Both because
right.
he's in the movie and
Oh, is
because he popularized the song. in Wayne's World.
I actually saw.
Repopularized.
I watched a clip on YouTube of him on Stephen Colbert where he's like all dressed in a fucking like World War II like British outfit and stuff like that, and he's wearing a mustache. So he's doing a bit while he's on Colbert. But yeah, that's what they played a clip of Bohemian Rhapsody, and no mention of this though. But it's just like outside of that, I haven't seen Mike Myers in like
Since Inglourious Bastards.
you know an age. You know what I mean?
I hear you. But
He was in Inglourious Bastards.
correct me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a surprise thing.
Yeah.
Like you forget. But like when you go back and watch it, like that's a character, like that's an actor, like sometimes will pop up in a movie where it's like, oh fuck, I forgot this guy was in this
And
crazy
he's good in it, too,
I forgot
actually.
this guy was in this crazy movie.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the last movie that he led was The Love Guru,
Yeah.
and that was a
Yeah.
disaster.
Yeah.
I didn't even
So I
see
think the public just shunned him after that.
Yeah, him doing
that
that, and
That was like his Zoltan, right?
yeah, and Zoltan.
Basically,
But I hear
exactly.
that was Adam Sandler special. How did that come out of my mouth?
Adam
just now?
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I hear that Adam Sandler special on Netflix is something special.
Well, hey, since we're talking about Southern
Do the
twang,
Amagata.
Since we're throwing some twang
James,
around.
what's up, bitch?
James, what's up? Shout out to James
I saw you roasting Ed at my expense in the
in the chat room.
chat. So, what's up, brother?
Oh, was that even before
Good
you
to be
came
back.
in here?
No, just now. I just threw it on my phone,
okay,
so I was catching
saw
up a
something
bit.
happen. Yeah, I saw something
Right.
happen just now.
But James, what's good, man? Everybody else, how are you? I love you.
Like there's this separation of hellos.
Well,
He just kind of gave a little to you.
right. So
I
you
got
know.
you. I got you. He's
But-
got your back.
But I don't really know exactly who's in there. I'm assuming Steph Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd give you a bell.
What's up,
but the bell's
guys?
way
I
out
love
of my
you.
reach.
Oh, I'll give it to you. I'll give it
Every time,
for you.
every time he says the right name, I was gonna hit. I hit the bell, but it's about 4 feet away from me.
That's
All
correct.
right. So, what are we doing? What's going on with the show here? Are we doing a show still?
Yeah. So
We got
what's
Dom
next?
here.
We got Meanwhile, right?
Well, we got Meanwhile,
we got
but
chat
I've
room,
inserted.
chat game?
Well, we got an option. We got a choice point.
James
Oh,
said,
it's like one of those novels.
thank you, Dom. I loved you when you were regular.
This is Well, I missed over here. What was going on?
James said, thank you, Dom. I loved you when you were regular. When you were a regular.
The good old days.
Yep.
Now he's
Ancient.
constipated, so you don't see him as much.
But
Hey, Metamucil, man, it works.
oh, now
Yes,
that we
it
got
does.
Dom here, let's say this. Like I don't see. Wait, hold on.
Did you see anything?
This just in from the document. Hold on.
I ain't seen shit.
The game is ready.
Yeah,
so
I saw that one.
I'll leave it to the consensus of the three of you. Dom, I don't know if you listened to last week's, but I've got these Klosterman cards.
That's correct. I did.
Yeah, I fucking love this kid. I might cry. Okay, but
Well, he's
do we do it?
constipated, so it's good that you got the colostomy cards.
I didn't know where that was going. Good save. I'll give you a bell. I'll give you a bell.
What were you running? Oh, the card.
I got a card like we did from last week. Oh, we
Oh,
can do
boy.
the chat room game. Which do you want to do first? Which do we do first?
I got the chat game.
Let's get the chat out of the fucking
Let's get
way
the
here.
chat room game out of the way. How about that shit? Let's do that.
Are you reading them off?
I'll read them off.
Good.
That works for you?
More than works for me. At
More
this
than works
point.
for me. Dom, by the way, I'm on my second one. I'm already fucking
Want a little
lit.
bit? Have a little Game of Thrones scotch.
Dude, here's a quick story
Dom
before we get
picked
into
up
the
the White Walker, the bottle of White Walker.
quick story before we go into the chat room game.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
When I was about 15 years old, maybe 16,
What kind of music should I put behind this?
as dark and ominous as possible.
All right, hold on.
So that'd be typo negative.
Right. Staten Island has a pretty awesome St. Patty's Day parade every year on Forest Avenue. And when I was a senior in high school, I was about 16. My friends dared me to drink a full bottle of Johnny Walker Black before we went out to the St. Patty's Day parade.
This sounds like a bad combination.
And I did. In about 5 minutes.
So you didn't see the St. Patty's Day parade, did you?
And I passed out underneath a dumpster behind Nucci's.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
that sounds
and,
about right.
Yeah.
and I had to have my parents come and scrape me off the pavement at 16.
Oh.
Anytime I just look at a Johnny Walker bottle, I just cringe and just have PTSD.
So at 16, you had all your dignity gone.
It was before that, man.
It was before that. There was another story.
And it had nothing to do with alcohol.
Oof.
But
If it didn't
this
have
is Johnny
anything to do with
Walker White.
alcohol, then it had to be women.
Had to be women.
That's
or,
exactly correct.
I was gonna say women or just being naked, and
go.
or a combination thereof. What was
Well,
that,
they
Jack?
say you overcome your fear if you
If
go
you
back to it. See, I felt the same way. I had a very bad experience with Southern Comfort.
All right, let's make
See,
it quick.
now that's my shit.
But I had a bottle of it one night, and they found me in Herald Square at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning.
Who's they? The police?
But yeah,
NYPD?
because would you have a bad night? Yeah. So that's that. It's true. He's right.
I know, but it was. All right, go on.
So and I haven't drank Southern Comfort since until maybe 5 years.
I
ago.
blacked out on SoCo last night, man. I was at,
man.
there's a local bar over
Bad
here.
business.
It's bad business.
Yeah, no, there's a local bar over here that my dad's been working at for the past like 30 years, and my friends and I go there every now and then when he's bartending, and I probably drank about half a bottle of SoCo last night, just off shots, and took about 12 SoCo shots.
Call me next time.
I threw up 3 times this morning, and then I had to go paint my grandfather's ceiling in his bathroom, and it was just hot and tight, and I was getting nauseous, but I got the job done.
You should have called me. I would have definitely hung out with you and drank the Shit.
I got
I'm
you next
25 minutes away.
I got you next time, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everything okay. All right, so chat room game.
Yeah, chat room game.
Chat
Let's do
room
this.
game. Remember the chat room game?
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah, did we give somebody something to do?
Yeah, and he did it well. All right, so the chat room game this time was.
What's the new Wicked Theory mascot?
Thank you. Wicked Theory mascots.
I think
Put a couple in here.
No, I didn't put any in, but once we get over the game, I'll.
You got a little something.
Yeah.
I'll go, okay, remind me to come back to you because I'll probably forget.
Correct.
Okay, that is correct. All right, so what do we got? We got Wicked Theory mascots: Math Man, Sports Guy, Football Hero. I can't even get it out. Football Hero, Uncle Jay's Cigar.
Well, I'm going to give that a...
Well, I think that you should.
Well, these are
Wicked Theory mascots.
These
We
are
rejected.
right.
Actually, right. Rejected.
Rejected.
And or.
So I don't know about Uncle Jay's cigar being rejected. Maybe Uncle Jay's.
That might be.
Maybe Uncle Jay's wet use cigar butt.
Yeah, it would have to be smoked halfway.
I was gonna
and then I forgot
say-
about it.
Yeah. And dipped in alcohol.
Don't say it. I'll say it. Vaginally moistened.
No, I was gonna suggest.
Okay.
You were the only one thinking that.
I was the only one thinking that. Okay. Vaginally. No? Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
really.
Political in this motherfucker.
Political.
Political in this bitch.
I gotta drink more often.
Stored in a smoky.
I don't know why you don't, Bill. It's kind of silly.
I really should. Rejected Wicked Theory mascots.
Yeah, continue.
Non-alcoholic beer man. I could see why that would be rejected. It's
So-
non-alcoholic
so
beer.
O'Doul's man is a no-go.
Right, O'Doul's, Captain O'Doul's is out. Steelbooks man. The Laser Disc. Man of VHS tapes. I understand why he was rejected, but I think it fits. I think if I went to his house, I have a feeling I'd see some.
These are
All of this shit's about
rejected
me.
Uncle Jay mascots.
Right, these are right, Bob. Good call, Bob. Good call. These are Uncle Jay mascots. No, all right. So, Agent, for another one here, hashtag peacekeepers.
That's bullshit.
That's not right. Hashtag this next one here, Coney Island whitefish.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, like, really, like, sadly, I don't know how I'm going to get down, like, you know, I mean, T-shirts, sure. But,
That's-
like,
yeah. Well,
Apple and iTunes are going to be like, isn't that just like a big floppy wet condom? Like, what? No, it's a fish. I'm telling you, it's a fish.
Well, it floats. We know that.
It's got a hat. It's got a cute hat. It has. It's not.
He's done.
I'm done. I'm toasted, right?
Fucking done.
All
You
right.
can't drink for shit.
No, I can't.
It's wearing a helmet.
What color am I right now? Am I bright red?
Nah.
No.
Not as red as the R's face on your shirt.
We're matching colors. All right. I'm making me laugh. That's
Bar's face.
Well, that's good.
all. Halfway there.
Yeah.
8:04. Just keeping
Okay.
track of time.
You want me to read them down?
No. I'm having fun. All right. So Coney Island Whitefish. 4 out of 5 stars.
It's just all about me.
I don't know how you make that a mascot. 4 out of 5 stars, but you know.
It's the 4th star.
Right.
Out of 5. That's 100% of 5 American tacos.
Really, that's what it is. Not stars. It's American tacos.
Damn, I really missed the party, huh? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. You came at the right night though.
I guess I did.
Yeah.
You really did.
He doesn't drink. Worth the shit.
I don't drink with
And
this
now
shit.
here he is
But
drinking.
this shit hit me right away.
This is good.
It hit me right away.
Yeah, well, it's got the fucking.
Smooth.
It's got the milk of the poppy in there, so.
milk of the puppy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe they made the sugar from alcohol to help like cut out the middleman.
Basically. All right, so next one here is the American Taco, which, you know, was obvious.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bring it back.
Next one, rejected Wicked Theory mascot, Nicolas Cage.
Until you see Mandy, you'll want to bring him back.
Exactly. That's why I paused.
I thought it was Nicolas Cage in the Superman outfit.
Just Nick Cage. Just Nick. Just anytime, you know what I mean? Hey, guys. All right, so, you know, while you're sleeping tonight, he's actually out trying to steal the Independence.
I was going to say, we're going to steal the Wicked Theory podcast notes.
Right. If you flip it over on the backside, there's something cool. All right. So, hashtag, what's the next one here? The Lightning Rounder. I don't know what that is. I guess that's a person in a lightning bolt suit.
Yeah.
Next one here is an empty whiskey bottle.
Again, that's Uncle Jay's rejected mascot.
Right. FMK, man. Fuck, marry, kill. Because we did a bunch of those, I guess. Weird Oreos. That's nice. Chewing sounds on the radio. Not cool. Next one is the first 10 episodes.
Hey, I rebuke that.
You rebuke the first 10 episodes somehow as the mascot?
No.
Oh, the which one? What would
The
you like-
chewing sounds.
Elaborate. What's your stance?
If Bill tried to do anything on this show,
Right.
it was make everyone not eat on mic. So I don't know where the fuck you got that from, motherfucker.
I think what he might kind of be pointing out.
I don't
is
even
that,
know who it was.
It was. Who was the most critical of the show?
James.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so I think he might have my back, though. I think he might be saying, like, despite Bill's best efforts,
Fair enough.
sometimes it happens.
Fair enough.
What? No, I'm kidding.
What is that, chocolate chip mint? What do you got?
Yeah. Something like that. Kit Kat, frozen Kit Kat.
Wesley Ryan Gaskin's suggestion for rejected Wicked Theory mascots is Markham Movies. I think we're just going through best ofs now.
Yeah.
Uncle Jay coughing. That's a decent mascot.
Yeah, but you cough just as much, if not more.
Yeah, it's true. If somebody wanted to get really cool, like my dream for this show, like I don't know, I know you guys were not into Opie and Anthony.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah.
But I don't remember. You remember this? I forget his fucking name. But there was a kid who, like, all of a sudden, like, was like a DJ, like, really cool with the fucking super, like, mixes and remixes of, like, dialogue and shit, and would set it to fucking beats and stuff. But, like,
I think you know what you're talking about.
but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he like started making remixes for the shows. Like, that's my dream. But if somebody wanted to make a remix with just our coughs of some kind of, like, rhythmized, you know what I mean, kind of musical
Well,
thing.
not for nothing,
Much
Bill.
like dogs barking Christmas tunes.
Truthfully, what this is all
It would
sounding
just sound
like,
like the beginning of Sweet Leaf.
this is more like a documentation
Right.
of this entire show. Like, this is what happens on this show.
Yeah, this rundown.
And you read this rundown.
Right. Right. Okay. So it is turning into a best of. Right. So Uncle Jay coughing, Ed's movie reviews, Uncle Jay's thing, Jay and Ed fights, reboots, The Bell, Dead Air.
All right. I think they got done with this a while ago.
Late appearances. Wesley, you son of a bitch. Wesley had that one. Give him I want another bell.
By Ed, welcome back, Dom.
Oh, there you go. And then
Fuck you.
Rob Zombie Thompson.
You know who said that, right?
Who?
James.
James?
I don't know what I said. I think I might have said Rob Zombie Thompson. I don't know if I actually said that, but I think I
John
just said
Zombie.
that.
It's
Yeah,
John Zombie
right.
John.
Yeah. I think I might have said
I'm glad you drank today.
Oh,
I am
man.
so glad you
It's
drank.
been so long.
Welcome. Where you been?
Hey. Am I doing
As
this?
he's got his coaster stuck to the bottom of his cup.
Yeah, sure.
Am
sorry.
I?
So-
Are we broadcasting this? Okay. And
Are we-
then. And then. It's
Emails.
Was it that bad?
What?
Was
I don't think so.
okay. Emails. I don't know what this context of this game even is, but the most rejected, the last rejected Wicked Theory mascot is lame chat room games.
All you.
There you go.
No, me.
Because I riff on them every single.
I earned that one. That's the one. Okay, I'll take
How
responsibility.
many times have you heard me? So we got a chat room. Yeah, you hear? Oh, here we go.
Fucking who came up with
I was
this
going
one?
through this, yeah.
And I what I love is that to not tell you who wrote it, so that I know that like maybe I get a genuine response of like, this is bullshit. This is
Even
stupid.
mine are awful.
No, yeah, I mean they all suck.
The truth comes out.
More or less.
Thank you, Game of Thrones and
so,
HBO and Johnny Walker.
So, shit, wow. When Bill drinks, the show runs long, huh?
Is that another hashtag?
That's the next. No. Okay, I'm overmodulating. I'm yelling into the microphone. I'm being a drunken asshole.
Luckily, I don't have headphones on, people.
Probably.
But probably.
I mean, it's probably for the best that you
Oh,
don't
okay.
have
All right.
headphones on.
I was gonna say there's.
Probably earwax all over the inside of him. That's what they're saying.
That too.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip, just for the sake of keeping things kind of tight, I'm just going to skip the Klosterman card. We went along with the,
What was it? I was looking forward to that.
This thing that
for the-
equals
save it
out
for the
the,
after
Come on,
this thing
Dom's
that-
here. It's
this
a
thing that equals-
celebration.
All right.
I wanna hear what Dom has to say.
Fine.
No, I was saying wait for the after show.
We
need
could,
something.
we could, but I know that you
We
kind
could
of
just
like,
bullshit in the after
we
show.
were planning on.
Bill's drunk.
That's true. This is all very unexpected.
It's going to be the Dom show.
But Jay and Bob were both kind of thinking they had some stuff they wanted to get to. We were probably going to do a shortened, a truncated,
Yeah, I gotta
after show.
You still need something to do for 20 minutes.
Where the fuck do you gotta go, motherfucker?
I got to go see my friend's band play in Denville,
True.
New Jersey.
This is
Okay.
about. This could be 3 minutes or 20. It's one of those things.
Jay's gonna leave the pub tonight in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking showing up at half in the bag already.
Dude, I'm
Guy's
going.
gonna leave in a full plastic fucking bag. Guy's gonna leave 3 sheets to the fucking wind.
Not far from wrong.
He's going to drive home, park his car in the middle of the street, and go
Yeah.
upstairs.
I'm not going home. I'm going to Denville. It's a half-hour drive, too.
Yeah, the Denville police are gonna find him in Franklin Square.
What do you want, more?
In the middle of New York
You know
City.
what the problem with a bottle like this when it's wrapped like this?
You just can't see how
You
much damage you've done to yourself.
Exactly right.
I-
Exactly what I was gonna say.
I know the
You
weight.
Don't. Yeah, I know. It's only like it's not even half yet.
But that's when you gotta go to AA. When you know the weight of the bottle, that's when you gotta get there.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
That's
and
when you gotta get
especially
there.
when it's the first time you've
I'm
ever
fucking
bought
around.
that particular bottle.
I'm fucking around. I have substance abuse issues. I think all 4 of us at this table have substance abuse issues.
But as a guy who worked in a deli, who after a while I could relate to that and say, you know what? That's a thing that happens because I knew the weight of a pound in my hand. Me and Bob have talked about it on the show. I'm not going to linger on it.
Right.
You know, it's deli talk. I know that offends some of you, but
It's a bit. It's a bit.
I know.
I'll go for a
that's-
salami and provolone right
That's
now.
my bit on top of the bit. Is me saying I know that offends. You know what I mean? But my point being, you know, that's my double meta angle on the
This
bit.
is what's missing.
Me being drunk.
You drunk on the
I
air.
know, right?
This is what it's been. Where
6
you
to 7
been?
slices of ham equals how much, Bill?
I can't do it on my own.
Hey, Bob asks me a deli question.
6 to 7 slices of boar's head ham equals how much in weight?
15 minutes.
That's 35. No. 6 to 7 slices of
6 or 7 slices of boar's head ham.
how far are we into the ham? Is it freshly opened?
We're about midway.
About midway.
At the wide point.
But is it boar's head?
That's what I said.
I would say you're almost at a half pound.
That's what I was looking for.
You're
about half a
almost
pound.
at not a half pound though.
No, close. It's like 0.45.
Yeah.
4.7.
4.8, something like that. Yeah. But anyway, my point being that, like, you know, alcoholism is probably very similar, where like you're so used to handling a certain weight in your hand that
I actually can see it.
Jay, brother, listen to me, man. Let it fucking kill you, man.
Yeah.
Let it fucking take
I thought
you.
you were gonna say take over the show.
I'm a big believer in just let your vices kill you, man.
Oh, please.
100%. Because you're gonna die anyway, so you might as well go out
That's very
fucking
Bon
having
Scott
fun.
did.
And I wish I didn't have to go somewhere because I missed
Jimi
you.
Hendrix did.
That's right.
I missed you, and we should.
Jim Morrison did.
Fuck.
We'll do it again.
Janis Joplin did.
Yay or nay?
Go ahead. Countdown. Let's hear it.
The countdown. It's a. Oh, it says that on the back. I didn't realize it said that on the back. Okay, here's a scenario question.
Here we go.
A Klosterman card, as they're known, or hypotheticals.
Let me sober myself.
Okay, you were presented with a strange challenge. Someone dares you to count backwards from 300 to 0. If you succeed at this simple request, you will be given $25,000 in cash. However, if you misspeak, get any digit incorrect, or make any mistake,
You lost already.
any mistake whatsoever, you will be immediately be doused with gasoline and burned alive.
The amount of money is
That was
not
a
enough.
throat noise from Dominic.
What's the question?
Do you attempt this challenge?
Yes.
How much is the amount of money?
So basically, it's count backwards from 300 to 0, $25,000.
It's not enough money.
No mistakes.
Yeah.
Not enough
Not
money.
enough money.
You say Jay says yeah.
Yes.
300 to 0.
Yes.
Oh man, I hope they don't present it to you at the bar.
I believe I could do it if I can make sure that there's no time limit, so I can take my time.
Okay, you can take your time. Yeah, it seems to be the rules. However, if you misspeak any digit incorrect or make any mistake, okay,
And-
so time limit
And
probably wouldn't be
I
an
want
issue.
to be able to keep track with like a pen and paper.
It doesn't say anything about that.
while
I
I'm-
guess
you know what I mean?
Bob might have found the back hole on this fucking thing.
I was pulled over.
The back door
I was pulled over in a DUI.
or hole. You were pulled over in a DWI.
I was pulled over.
Yeah.
Bo,
And one
back
of
door
the
is a hole.
challenges
True.
was to count down from 59 to 21 doing this.
Doing the finger to the thumb
Yeah.
each in succession.
Yeah. And
That's like-
after that, I had to do on the other hand,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7 times.
See, here's the thing.
And
Here's
I
the
did
thing.
it.
I don't want to get to politics.
Off my asshole. 20 years ago.
But see, here's the thing, man.
I made it. Is what I'm saying. So I would accept that challenge. That's bullshit. I piss on it.
But here's the thing, man. Like, if I was sober as a fucking whistle and I got pulled over and they were suspecting me to be drunk or high and they asked me to do that, I'd just be like, yeah, just lock me up. Just lock me up. Because I'm not doing
Because
it.
you'll fuck up. So you'll fuck up if you're sober.
That there's a sweet spot.
Right.
I'll agree that there's a sweet spot. That where, like, if you're sober, you'd probably fuck it up at some point because he's making you jump through the most ridiculous of hoops. He's not saying 100. He's saying 59 to 21.
Correctly.
While you spin this fucking plate on your head,
Right.
And you balance a beach
You have
ball
to
on
jerk
your
off
knee.
without coming.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Well, that could take an hour and a half.
That's
But
it's edging.
depending on how many beers you had. But I'm just saying.
Well, the thing is that I did it.
Well, that's the crazy shit. Like, okay, well, kudos to you.
If I would never,
There's a trophy out in the driveway.
if I can't drive, I won't.
Okay.
That's what
Well,
I'm.
that's the key. Well, that's the key. I think that
I'm
whatever
I'm
case
waiting for you to have to fucking sleep here one night, Jay.
I'm gonna.
I'm
Well,
waiting
eventually.
for it. I'm waiting
Eventually.
for it to happen, and I'm surprised tonight's not the night since this fucking guy's all.
I've been
all-
worse.
all-
Episode 200, kids. I'm telling you right now.
That's
This
the
guy's
bid.
gonna
That's
be-
the bid for 200. It's a slumber party.
Jay coked out. in
Episode 200. It's a slumber party. We're all gonna get sleeping bags and sleep on the floor.
Oh, what are you wearing? I'm wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fucking adult-sized slumber party.
Wear your
pajamas.
best underoos, kids.
I want to know what Agent Palmer thinks about the time right now.
Oh.
Oh, these guys are fucked up.
Guys, no, seriously. This challenge, this question.
I said that I would accept it.
No, okay. So Uncle Jay would definitely do it. What was the setup on this? 300 to 0 for 25 grand. What do you say, Don? We heard from Bob. Bob was like, nah, not enough money.
Not enough money. Those
Not
would be
enough
my.
money.
I'd have stipulations, and it would have to be more money.
Fair enough.
I could do it, no problem.
Sure. Whoa, that's a bold challenge.
I
With
love.
those stipulations, I had no problem. I'd
Yeah,
do it.
fair enough. Wait, if
I
you were
wanna-
able to write it down and take your time,
Write down so I can take my time and I can keep track. Not a
couldn't
problem.
beat it. Don, what do you say?
What's the punishment?
It's just that nothing
You're gonna
big.
be set on fire with gasoline.
Yeah, nothing big.
Nothing big.
Yeah, not a big deal.
No,
Not
no, no,
All right. Well, I appreciate Bob's like really nuanced response to it
He's
about
got a
like,
couple
because that was
points.
fucking pretty serious. I respect that.
Well, not for nothing.
Thank you.
He found the loophole. He found the good points on it.
And because of that, I'm gonna have to say I accept.
Because of that, like based on Bob's fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Fuck it. Right? I mean,
Hey, if there's no time limit, I could just sit at the bar and just fucking
Pen and paper go 300.
299.
Write it down as you go.
Look, but how hard could it be? I mean, there's only really 9 digits.
Right, but
it's
you're
only
talking
9 digits. It's just 299 combinations of them. So it's like it's
You're
really
having to keep track. You have to keep track of where you are at 300 combinations.
Right.
I think that could be the thing.
That's the thing.
I mean, because he gets specific. It's like, get any digit incorrect or make any mistake whatsoever. Whatsoever.
right.
So if you're like, 296, 97,
Right.
then you're out.
And then you get burned alive.
Burn
But
alive. Burn alive.
you know what, man?
That's not cool.
See, because this reminds me of those. It's like those trick things. Like the Outer Limits, the original Outer Limits. I think it was had an episode where they actually had this guy who comes and he bets you everything with his about his, a Zippo. He's betting your money for the Zippo. It's like
That was Alfred
if you make
Hitchcock.
a mistake, I gotta cut off a finger,
Alfred Hitchcock presents.
right?
Yes, that's what it was. It was Peter Lorre and Steve
okay.
McQueen.
Right. So the guy goes through all the bets with his lighter, and then at the end he finds out that the guy didn't own anything because the woman he was with
I was close with the whistling.
owned it
No.
all,
You know what this fucking show needs? This fucking
but
show.
she only had like one finger left.
The show needs a video camera of me, like,
No.
just being a mess.
Episode 200. What we really should do is do a podcast from the car, and have Bill drive.
Oh, no. I was going to say use
it'll
my
be the last
Jeep, but I'm not
podcast
doing
ever.
that.
That'd be the last thing we ever do, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be stone cold sober though.
Oh, well, then
It wouldn't matter.
Well, that's the point.
Stone cold sober.
That's the point. The guy has never driven in his fucking
Man,
life.
it's gonna be 42 tomorrow, right?
I
You're
don't know
21
how, man.
twice, right? 21
Oh shit!
twice.
Right, tomorrow's your fucking birthday, Bill.
You want to see a bold move? Meanwhile,
Deflection. Personal stuff. Deflection.
deflection achieved. No, yeah. But my birthday's tomorrow.
That's correct.
Does anybody want to swing? Anybody want to go?
No,
You want to get
do
punched
a-
in the
Who
face?
wants to fucking
No,
go?
I'm a slinger, not a swinger.
Fair enough.
Want to do a pod tomorrow?
What, a special
birthday?
birthday pod?
Yeah.
No,
Then who's gonna fucking process this one?
I'm not gonna be here.
I'll come over.
You come over
Get some fucking,
early morning.
some
biscuits.
beats.
Some beats. Some early morning beats.
Yeah.
What are
What,
you
like
doing?
a fucking sauce and McGriddle?
Yo, fucking McGriddles.
What do
Dude,
you,
I swear to God, there's nothing better in this life than waking up hungover, fucking getting high, and then going to get a McGriddle. It's the fucking cure to happiness. I swear to God.
Second
It's
that.
the cure to happiness.
I think
I mean,
Tom-
it's the.
I thought
it's-
marriage was the cure to happiness.
that's never been true.
42?
42 is a secret of the universe.
It's also a Jackie Robinson movie.
That's true. It's a good number. 42 is a good number. I'll just say roundabout.
All right, meanwhile, what's going on?
So meanwhile, what are we doing in the meanwhile?
Meanwhile, Homecoming, Amazon show, Julia Roberto's. People, check it out. It's good shit.
Riff on in a minute. I got to piss.
I'm gonna. No, I mean urinate as well. As soon as you come back. Really good show. I'm gonna keep it succinct. Really good show. Like half-hour episodes.
Right.
It's got a cool kind of story. Doesn't go too crazy deep.
Someone pops out of the screen and blows you mid in the commercial break.
Not that good.
Oh, all right.
But
Okay.
it's based on a podcast. The guy behind Mr. Robot is producing it and all that stuff. So it's a
Sam
mystery. Sam Esmail. So it's a mystery-ish kind of thing. What's cool about it is like it jumps present day 2018 to like 3 or 4 years from now.
Okay.
Where it's kind of like they're doing someone's investigating into the shit that happened, but it revolves around a woman who's a psychiatrist-ish. I forget exactly her clinical
Profession.
but it's about veterans who come home. It's a place called Homecoming, and they're reintegrating quote unquote, into society, and it's like they've kind of signed away a little bit of their themselves.
Yeah.
And maybe there's some shenanigans going on. I won't say it explodes at the end or anything with the revelations, but it's pretty cool. Half-hour episodes, I feel like, is what makes it key. Is that it's only like,
Right.
And if you consider it like 10-episode series, it's only really 5.
This is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay.
With Julia Roberts as
Mary Jane. What?
Mary
Watson.
Jane Watson, and it's
Got
like
it.
really weird because
Cash?
he's like 16 and she's like 42.
Wonderful.
This is the Mr.
I think I saw that
Mrs.
one.
Robinson version.
Right, this is Mrs. Robinson version of Spider-Man. It's different. It's different. You know,
Julia Roberts.
good kid.
She was a
Cash.
she was a crush of mine,
Approved.
man. Big
Approved.
time.
We need the sound of a stamp. Ching. Hey!
So, Bill, what's this I see over here next? you?
TWD. This is known as
I fly from on that all the time.
TWD Airlines.
Yeah. TW. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, fair enough. TW
Twid.
Airlines.
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead Airlines. They worst service ever.
That was a good episode. Good final episode.
Kind of wild. Dom Jr. Did you watch it?
No.
No.
I've
Okay.
been off that show for the past 2 or 3 seasons, and
Yeah.
I have a lot to say actually about what they've done in the past month or so.
What they done to my baby?
Yeah, but I would like to hear your guys' perspective on it since you actually watched the episode and I didn't.
The of you two.
What?
Of you guys. Are you caught my grammatic catch?
You're
right?
just done, dude.
Yeah, I know. I got really esoteric. That was outside.
It's a little bit.
Okay. Anyway, this guy Rick, right?
You and I called it.
So there's this guy Rick, right? He wakes up one day and he's fucked up.
He's fucked up. He's out of the world, bro.
Bill
End of
and
the world.
I
Zombies everywhere.
Bill and I called. We had a couple theories.
It was a joint effort. It's the weirdest thing, Dave. Like, I was like, oh man, it's all about the bridge. They're building this bridge, the water current. They showed the water current twice, not like 5 times like you would expect a show to do. They showed it just enough, and I was like, oh, he's gonna fall in the fucking river.
I heard you say that.
And Jay was all like, "What's your stance?"
the helicopter.
The fucking helicopter's gonna come and take him. You know what happened? Both. Both.
I even said to you, I don't
was good.
think I don't think they're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah, and I was agreeing with you too. Like the show, they just love some Rick. So if they could find a way to keep him alive,
But so do I. See, I the thing is too, because I read the books up until about like
would you fuck
105.
him? Would you fuck him?
Maybe.
Okay.
The thing is, I like the idea,
honest.
and I'm not just saying Andrew Lincoln. I'm talking about the character of Rick
Oh,
Grimes.
well,
that's a
true.
hero.
Okay, that's clarification.
That's one of your. It's a hero. So I
Yeah.
don't see the logic in killing that character off
No.
on a franchise that's just booming and booming and booming. What
Yeah.
I do like, I do like that they are making different movies
All right.
with just him alone in different stories.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I do like the idea of it. I'm nervous about it, but I like the idea of it because at least they're talking about like, oh no, we're gonna put big money behind it. It's gonna be worth it, so I'm okay with it. I feel like what's the coolest thing about everything that happened Sunday night, despite the movies, because like that's still kind of like hit or miss, is that spoiler alert, like if you haven't watched it,
Too late.
too late because you know you're gonna find out or catch up anyway. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. Is that Dom? Not only
Do you know what happened?
did you
I
follow
don't
enough?
fucking know
He
anything.
doesn't know nothing.
So Rick's like
No.
done, right?
Right.
Rick, this the biggest zombie horde ever, right? I can't. I'm wounded. I impaled myself on a rebar, pulled myself off. I'm bleeding
he was
out.
the buffet?
Well, that's what you. That's the thing. You think maybe, but the biggest horde zombie ever. He's in a fever dream. Winds him all the way back around. He thinks he's good, but you know what? You can hide that bottle of liquor. It's not gonna matter.
No, I'm going to get you another one.
Fair enough.
This is great.
But anyway, this whole zombie horde comes back around. It turns out he kind of brings them back to camp. He was going to avoid the bridge. He ends up bringing them back to the bridge. Now he's got to blow up the bridge. He blows up the bridge. As far as the camp knows, he blew up too. That's what matters. He's gone. As far as everybody, Michonne and friends, that's a new show.
Right.
Rick's gone. Point being that, what was my point?
The point is that he, sacrificed the bridge. You know what I mean? But they all thought he blew up in it. But Rick was taken away from that helicopter that he keeps singing. Him and the garbage girl. Mm-hmm. What's her name? Jadis.
Where'd that come
Just
from?
drink it.
That was probably terrible.
No, it's actually very good.
1 second ago, you pulled the bottle underneath the table as a riff, as a joke, I thought. Like, hide it from Bill.
There's a lot of Diet
Bill,
Pepsi
all
there.
I'll say about it, because I saw the whole thing, all I'll say is that there was some assistance involved.
Yeah, I know there was a thing.
Well, look, man. I don't really know what the fuck went on, but my 2 cents is basically this: you have a television show that has one solid main character throughout the entire series, right? And instead of like a TV show with balls and just it's time for him to get killed off, you don't just do it randomly and surprise your viewers. You fucking announce it to the world so that you get more viewership on that particular episode because your viewership is down in general. I tend to go fuck yourself, and
You didn't appreciate that, huh?
I don't think it's cool. I think it's a slap in the face to the actual fans of the property.
I remembered what I was going to say now.
We discussed that.
So here's what I was going to say, though. You're right, Jay. We did kind of cover that a little bit. But what I was going to say before was that what kind of negates that for me, because I feel I get that too. I see that whole kind of trajectory because, you know me, like a little bit of everything.
Of course.
But the show had the balls to jump 6 years. Right after Rick fucking blows up, you see a whole bunch of characters, like you don't know who these 5 people are. They fucking get like caught up with a bunch of zombies. They all handle themselves really well. Like they've been in it, they've survived. Right. They're basically dirty ninjas. You know how everybody fights on that show.
Correct.
And all of a sudden, like pop, 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 pop from the woods. Then a little kid is like, "Come with me. I'll keep you alive. Come with me if you want to live." Basically, like, you know, it's Tiny Terminator, and all of a sudden, it really is because it's Judith Grimes. It's Judith Grimes. She's 10 years old. She's got a sword, like a big old pistol for her size anyway, and she picks up the fucking cowboy hat, the sheriff hat, and puts it on. And the show is jumping.
Hit Girl Judith.
Hit Girl Judy. And the show is jumping like 6 years ahead, which
which is
like call it crazy, but like I'll give them that for like.
So yeah, me too.
balls.
But here's the thing, though. You don't know if it's going to come back.
No, it is.
Oh,
the
it is.
preview immediately after that showed everybody and everything, and then during the Talking Dead, they were like, "Here's the plan. The show is jumping 6 years ahead, and Rick Grimes is getting like his own little movies to follow, like what he does off in his own life."
Which I liked.
Did I just get sober?
No, you didn't. The thing is that
No, you didn't.
Drink faster, Bill.
Fair enough.
we kind of discussed the matter of the fact that Rick Grimes' final episodes doesn't mean he's going to die.
Right. We called that.
We called that.
We called
A lot
that.
of people didn't.
Fair enough. A lot of people figured this was the write-off. This was the send-off.
So I feel that this is I'm really excited about
Right.
the transition because now that he's off the show,
Sure.
he can return to Rick Grimes. We can still have Rick Grimes.
Get a little bit more Rick.
In a different atmosphere with different characters.
A different capacity.
Right. And I'm very, very happy about that.
And it's got this window now where like people from Fear the Walking Dead don't know what to do. Whatever.
Oh, I'm going to call that. First of all, Fear is great.
Fear's great, but Morgan was going to head to Alexandria. That plan's obviously not going to...
He's going to wind up on that.
Yeah. Who knows what the
We
fuck.
didn't say Walking Dead. We didn't say Fear the Walking Dead. We said Walking Dead.
Fair enough. But I feel like the thing is... I'm going to wait for Dom to come out the bathroom. Before we move on. That's all I'm saying. But because I'll just finish up with this, that the thing with Fear the Walking Dead, it was that Morgan was going to move to Alexandria. That was his plan, was to bring everybody there. So if he's not bringing everybody there anymore...
No, the plan's changed.
Right. Something's shifting over there.
You didn't see it, right?
Right. I didn't see it. But Rick will be the way that we... The thing that most interested me from what Scott Gimble was saying on Talking Dead about the future is that they want to do like, like miscellaneous stories about characters you've never seen before, one and dones, and maybe some flashback stuff from other characters that you know but just didn't see this chapter.
I'm all for it.
And maybe some people in different pockets of the world, which I'd be cool with that. Like one and done movies of the week type shit.
I'm for it.
Like basically a zombie movie that's just like Walking Dead branded. That's fine. It's just a zombie movie.
I'm for it.
You know what I mean? I think it would be good. I think it would be good. Do we have anything to cut this with? I'm asking like there's a producer, you're a producer.
Got a shitload of soda up there.
Yeah, and don't forget there's those seltzer waters, those flavored seltzers too that you brought up. You bought like last year, Jay.
Fair enough. Brother Bob's on the next one.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking the first thing that I have on the list will probably we could just probably do that in the after show because we can turn that into something that people can take part in. Because they pick things out that they would rather have. Because a lot of what I'm going to go with is
You got to put more booze in there, Bill.
No, I don't. I don't have to.
easy. Anyway, all right. So,
hello, it is me. Hello, is this thing on?
Oh
Hello?
no, Bob
Hello?
is immediately taken over by the ghost of Hervé Villachez.
That's right, it is me, Hervé Villachez. I am back. Remember, I said I'd be here Saturday.
You know what's funny is I remember you from
The plane.
the
That is
Halloween
me.
episode. I think that's where that was.
Yes, that was just a couple of days ago, right? Saturday.
That was
This
mere
is-
days ago.
That was just a couple of days, right? Today it was what, Wednesday? Today was Saturday, right? No.
Hervé, the
Yes.
ghost of Hervé Villachez.
Yes, I am here because of the show. You know the movie.
Yes, right. Yes.
I said I was going to do the review, but actually,
Oh.
I'm going to do Bob's review because I'm in his head. So you
Well,
know,
that seems to be the thing. Yeah.
so he's the one who saw the movie, not me. I lived the movie.
So Hervé, let me just ask you then.
Yes.
Instead of asking Bob, what was it like?
What's his name was too tall.
Ricardo Montalban?
No. What's his name? Who played me? He's too tall.
Oh, the guy from Game of Thrones.
Whoever he is.
What was
I
that
don't
guy's
know.
name? Dinklage. He's too tall?
Yeah, he's too tall.
Too tall to play you.
Yeah, too tall to play me.
Oh, well,
It's like having The Rock play me.
that's not. It's that great a difference. Wow, that's pretty. That's
Although I'd rather
big.
have The Rock play me.
That's big. So, of all the crazy shenanigans you got into, what was the wildest thing that
The wildest thing that I got into.
yeah. What's some
Well,
crazy shit that happened?
that was Cher.
Share?
Yeah, the wildest thing I got into.
Did you get to share?
Oh yeah, everybody shared Cher.
I found someone to
Why do you think that guy hit himself?
Jay's got some
with
fucking
the tree?
Elvis going on in his head
Why do you
right
think
now.
that guy he hit the tree with the skis?
Jay plus share equals Elvis. That sounds about right.
I've been to my home.
So
in
anyway, listen,
Norfolk.
this movie all about me.
It is.
Right.
So,
So-
what is going on with you these days?
Nothing. I sleep most of the time.
You sleep most of the time?
It's dark, you know.
Oh, that's right, because you're trapped inside of Bob's body.
Yeah, you know.
As a ghost, on the other
when
side.
I'm not here, it's dark, you
right.
know.
So there's like on the other side. There's
Nothing,
like nothing.
no.
Oh.
Nothing there.
Well, secrets revealed on the Wicked Harry
It's,
podcast.
no midget heaven.
This,
You know,
at the very least,
you know,
there's
they
no
say
midget
all
heaven.
dogs go to heaven.
There
and,
might
you know,
be the dogs get to go to heaven, but the
Yeah, but the
that's
midget
fucked
don't.
up. That's fucked up. I understand what you're saying. That's not right.
Now you just can't leave.
I don't understand. You know, we don't take up much room.
That, half as much as usual.
And you know, some dogs they shit more than we do.
He's never.
This fucking drink that Bill just poured, it was basically the equivalent to fucking just digging up the grave. Just
What,
digging
this
it
one?
up. Just digging it up.
I thought this is mostly soda right now.
It is mostly soda. I'm just saying that just
okay.
that teensy bit of alcohol is
Oh,
going
that's
to
all.
push
I'm
you over
getting
the
a
edge.
message from Bob for Uncle Jay.
What happened?
I'm getting a message from Bob for Uncle Jay.
Oh,
From
Fuck
Bob.
you.
Oh. See, because Hervé knows.
all out of love.
That's your go-to phrase.
Yes, of course.
Hervé,
So this movie is like, you know, not 5-star movie.
it's not.
No.
Yeah, you
It's more
mentioned
like
that
3.5.
during the Halloween special. You mentioned that you weren't really a big fan of the movie.
That's a cash.
It's good. It's
3
good.
out of 5 is still a cash.
Yeah, it's cash. It's cash.
Okay, it's good, not great.
We. It is me. You know?
I have to wee right now.
So go ahead, go.
Not,
I
no.
take over the show.
No, definitely not. Definitely not going to happen. We're going to have to find a
have
way.
ratio.
I don't know what the trigger word that got you here, but we have to figure out the trigger word that gets Bob back.
Well,
Joe Cooter.
You promised me. You watch my
Lemmy. Lemmy.
Bob, what is Lemmy?
Lemmy's overrated.
Lemmy
Wait,
is
whoa,
God.
Whoa, whoa, that
What's going
snapped him
on
right
here?
out of it. Lemmy's overrated.
Wait. Who
Thank
said
God.
that?
No,
Who said that?
No, you didn't hear that. That was some kind of craziness, Bob. Thank God you're back.
What happened?
Thank God you're back.
I mean, I wasn't here. Where'd I go?
Remember last week we did the Halloween special?
Yeah.
And then the ghost of Hervé Villachez possessed you?
Well, he came back.
Yeah, I got you.
Did he know he was a week late? He was supposed to be here last Saturday.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think he lost track.
I think so.
I think
Maybe.
I would hate to say that it's biased against him as a person of a smaller stature, but I think it might be. I think it might be that he gets overlooked.
Maybe time moves.
As a person of a
differently.
smaller stature, do you get? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He has
maybe
a
time
small
moves at a
stature.
different speed for short people.
No, just that he's. Well, that too, maybe. Quantumly.
Yeah. They take up less space.
Quantumly speaking.
They take up half the space, so they have to move twice the mass to something like that.
Drunk science
equal
jokes.
the time.
Hello, Wicked Theory Podcast.
All right. So
What's next? I guess is the
is
question.
that the emails?
Uncle Jay.
Or Uncle Jay.
Is that the emails? No, it's email time, but we're not there. Uncle Jay, real quick, Overlord.
Fucking A, man.
Overlord, Bad Robot Productions.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So it's not what you expect, but it's exactly what you expect.
I can't even real quick. This motherfucker, Overlord, is really like a World War II film,
Yes.
mixing a very horror sub-level to it.
Sure.
But what I really want to say out loud
Mm-hmm.
is that it never loses its World War II men on a mission element to it, which is really fucking good. There really is just I mean, Wyatt Russell is probably the only guy
That
that's
no one knows.
known.
That no one knows who the fuck that is.
Yeah, exactly. Wyatt, it's Kurt Russell's
Fair
son.
point. Fair point from Young Dom. Fair point.
But I like that. I like that because it's all new.
Young Dom, young Jamie.
I'm sorry.
You're done.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
Hey.
I
You're
know.
done.
It's lots of callbacks. I used to call him that all the time on the fucking show, okay?
What?
I don't know.
Fucker in the butt.
Wyatt Russell? You used to call him Wyatt Russell.
You guys.
That's my name in Red Dead Redemption.
Did you see Overlord?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
you gotta go. It is really.
Anyway.
It's
Tell me
amazing.
something.
It's amazingly done. It's a World War II
Amazingly.
film.
Amazingly.
Amazingly.
That too, but amazingly.
Amazingly.
like
Did I say
that.
amazingly?
You did.
I did?
But I want that on a shirt now. Amazingly.
All right, I'll get it done.
4 stars. Amazingly.
Amazingly.
I
For
love it.
tacos.
Ooh.
No, it was good. It was.
It was good. Recommended.
It's
For
it's
sure.
a solid recommendation. It's really well done.
I don't think enough people are paying attention to it, to be honest with you.
I don't know what it's doing. I, mean,
I don't know what it's doing
went
money-wise. I think it's going under the radar for some reason. I see internet ads for it. I see YouTube ads for it.
I know it's critically.
Those are my circles.
I know it's critically done, well received.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is rare for a horror film.
Those tomato kids, they love it.
Oh, fuck them.
No, but they love it, though. So that's good.
Tomato Kids.
You know
got
what
it
I
right.
mean? You know what I mean?
You got it right the first time. Tomato Kids.
The tomato kids.
It's a really well done film. I know we're a little half in the bag right now, and we can't
That's a
get it
different
all
show.
out.
That's a
I
different
understand that.
That's Red Letter Media. It's a
I'm
whole
saying
different thing.
Overlord is a solid watch. Go check that out. It's really nicely done. They did a lot of really good
Really good.
gimmicks with the World War II aspect. The first 12 minutes of it is gangbusters. Definitely check it out. Really well done.
We're getting some. All right, these next 2 topics. I know you want to go deep
All
on
right,
both.
I saw 3 fucked up movies this week.
Yeah, I know. I know you want to go deep on both.
Now, the next movie is something where I'm going to take the Blu-ray
Okay.
and I'm going to give it to you
And we
like,
will- and we
like
will
it's
talk-
Excalibur.
And we might have to talk about it another time.
Oh, it's deep.
Nick Cage,
Nick Cage.
Mandy is the name of the movie.
Did you hear about this?
I did.
I saw the trailer. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to handle it. Tonight may not be the night.
No, this moment and the drink that you're handling.
Yeah, this state that I'm in.
Well, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about it another time.
Don't you fucking You talk to the feds?
Yeah.
Dominic Torrey officially texting to the feds. Jay, continue.
Mandy is crazy.
And it looked like well done Nick Cage crazy.
Amazing.
The trailer always seemed to me like, oh, what if Twin Peaks dude.
Lynch.
Lynch.
Got a Lynchian vibe to it.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, for what they did, for the money they had,
Right.
for the money they had for this, what you're watching, and it's done in like 2 separate pieces. Bob's having a snack.
He's got 2 snacks.
Bob went to Carvel apparently after we fucking.
Cookie puss.
Bob's eating his
I got a new cookie puss.
the makeshift cookie push.
So Overlord, Mandy.
Very, very highly recommended from Uncle Jay. Now, action point.
Jay's getting fucking texts from women right now, fucking sending them winky faces and shit.
Oh, Shelly.
Are you seeing that? Well, that's not good.
That's true. Is that what?
Is that Sammy?
Yeah, they are. Yes.
Don't say that.
Anywho.
What the fuck's going on here?
That's fucked up.
Anyway, listen.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. It's just off the handle.
Yeah, this whole show was off the fucking rails. Fucking
Good.
45 minutes
Because
ago.
now you got 3 movies that are off the fucking rails that you should go watch.
Action Point. Tell me if it's any good, Jay.
It's funny as fuck.
The kids from Jackass.
The guy, Johnny Knoxville,
made
a movie that is kind of a
kid shows his dick all the
tangential
time.
reference to Action Park of
Right.
New Jersey, which was a fucking place where people died on rides.
That's true.
So
Regularly.
they made a movie,
it's totally true.
and they made a movie about it.
Yeah.
One like it.
Well, I mean, it's the kids from Jackass, and it's a comedy, and it's riffing on that.
But what I love about it is that it takes everybody that's been oversensitive about shit today and just shoves it right down their fucking throat.
Is that right?
Which is the reason why it didn't success. It wasn't a
Right.
success because
Yeah.
it deals with everything. It just shoves it right down your fucking throat. So I thank God that guys like those Jackass people
Right.
can do a film like this
Okay.
Right.
today.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And that's why it's worth the watch. There's a bear drinking
Hey.
fucking beer. There's cocaine in the cotton candy. There's a lot of crazy fucking jokes.
I want to go to that party.
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you say cocaine in the cotton candy?
Yes.
I don't
Guys
like
snorting
cotton candy,
lines
but I
in
can
the-
make
in-
exceptions.
Okay. Fair
You
enough.
know the concession stand where there's cotton candy and corn dogs?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
All right, well, there's a guy snorting lines and the cocaine
I
blows
feel like
into
we're
the
building
cotton
a tongue
candy.
twister. That there's cotton candy, cocaine, and corn dogs.
Yes.
You know,
There's the title to the show.
like
Oh, it's missing a zirconia.
Either that or the return of Dom Torrey.
Kenny Kanicki consumed corn dogs, cocaine, and I don't know at the county
Cocaine,
at the county
corn dogs, cotton candy.
at the county cook-off.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
Yes!
is not the way I wanted it to go. Go see those movies.
This whole episode, I feel the same.
That's because you can't drink with the dog piss.
You ain't kidding. Not this hooch. Not this official
What are you smoking
HBO
over there?
branded Game of Thrones.
Because drinking with Jay, it means not just drinking a
I'll
couple
tell
of
you a
drinks. It means
story.
drinking the bottle.
This ain't the good stuff.
I guess that's the case. By the
You
way,
won't know it unless you peel the paper off that bottle.
I will give the award tonight to most active in the chat room to James.
It's him yelling at fucking
Everything.
Dom.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking
Calm
just
him
have
down?
some friends, have some good times with my friends, and this guy's fucking.
Just trying to have some good times, and he's like Wolfenstein 3D the movie.
Well, he's trying to compare it to Overlord, and then all of a sudden he brought Doom in with the Rock.
Well, I think he's drinking with us. To be honest with you, I think Saturday night is his night to get a little relaxed. You know what I mean?
What are you drinking?
I'm just saying.
James, what are you drinking?
I'm in his corner tonight. All right. I
Let's
like
see-
that
let's
guy.
see
You'll
what he
never
says.
be in James's corner.
No, he'll never let me. In.
I'm James's wingman. What are you drinking, James? Let me know.
Bob gave up.
Go ahead.
Of all people.
Emails?
Emails. I don't know. Where are we at in the document?
Emails. Emails. There it is. You see, he never does it, and he did it.
Live, folks. Kid did it live. How can you?
Now you have to make sure you do it.
Emails.
I did it.
I did it.
I did it already.
Come on, I put my headphones back on.
You motherfuckers.
You
are-
fucking asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry, Prince. Let's all slide. Oh, hey, come on. I put my headphones back on. Let's get serious here. The chief has arrived. All right, I guess I'll help it along.
And skip all the penis enlargement fucking emails he got.
You don't want to hear from any of the.
Unless you want to read one for shit.
The Nigerian prince didn't put $25 million aside for you in an account.
I mean, we did that bit, like 25 episodes ago. I mean,
25.
No. 25, and then like 25 before that. Like, Sometimes we did that bit because it was the only bit. I mean, if we're gonna be honest here, folks. If we're gonna be honest.
Have you seen the TED Talk on the email bit?
The
guy
actually corresponded with the.
Yes. There's a couple of them.
There's a few of them where people actually let's see what happens if I actually reach out and try to catch this guy. You know what I mean? And it always goes someplace crazy.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it works. It goes right alongside the YouTube videos where people hack the hackers.
Oh, when they
they realize that someone's hacking them, so they track them while the hack is going on.
Right, you kind of watch the screen.
And they actually
have the screen capture.
Suddenly take over the hacker's computer.
Right, he's like, oh no, please don't do that, no, please don't do that. All right, so I just want you all to know.
I hear it.
That this
I hear
first
in the
email
distance.
Oh, it's from Slayer.
It's from Wesley.
Oh, I was close.
He says, "Hey, you gentlemen. Which apartment or house of a sitcom would you like to live in?"
Mr. Belvedere.
Not Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's spacious, but
it's just too clean. It's too pristine and perfect.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's a little too normal for guys like where we grew up.
We got 5 elsewheres.
It needs to be more ramshackled. Why? Well, should I step up my
we
game?
we put holes in the walls during the day, and then on the weekends, Dad would have us help spackle them.
Yeah, our house growing up,
me. At least me growing
was
up.
ramshackle. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. Our house was more like the house on Roseanne, where it was like, oh, is that a stain on the wall of coffee or blood? Yeah, I get you.
Is that couch really that old? Yeah. And they're still sitting there?
It doesn't have any center support. I don't understand why. But house of sitcom, apartment, or house?
I'm going to say the Huxtable's house just because I like to get fucking freaky and loose. And
have a nice Manhattan, New York City brownstone of some kind?
Right.
Seems to be pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Razzle fazzle.
Yeah.
No, you go to that house. There's lots of pills in that house.
Well, that's why. That's what I was saying. I was making a joke about
the first week, the first day moving in. It's like everybody just search,
Bill,
see whatever he left.
Can I read something from the chat room?
Go ahead, Jay.
What's it gonna do?
From the words of James B. Ham.
Oh,
one day, I'm gonna earn the level of listener appreciation where my email earns its own musical intro.
Well, James, you have to make that because Wesley made that.
No.
He did send it in.
I'm going to just say Dueling Banjos from Deliverance.
If he leaves it up to us, that's what he'll get.
Yeah, and
Fair
to do it quick and dirty, I could do it in about 2 minutes.
So since he's been
to
given
meet the middle between what Jay and Bob said, if James leaves it up to us, it'll be default to Dueling Banjos. Conversely, Wesley sent his in, and he's from Virginia,
I say
so no Dueling Banjos
for a show that he never saw.
Since James is giving Dom shit all night, I say we leave it in the hands of Dom.
Okay, what's the question to Dom then? Post?
No, it's not. I'm saying that Dom should come up
with
theme music for James when he sends an email in.
Ain't no fucking body got time for that shit, motherfucker.
Just say Dueling Banjos.
That's it. I'm gonna pull that.
Suicide Solution.
I'm gonna pull that. Right there. Ain't nobody got time for that shit, motherfucker.
I concur.
That's going to be the thing that we play whenever James' emails come in after this episode.
I wholeheartedly concur.
Guess who we got an email from? You're going to hear, ain't nobody got time for that shit, motherfucker. And you're all going to go, James.
There you go. See what you started, James? Now that's what you get.
You can never predict where the show will go. And it took us almost 2 hours to get here.
Now, play Dueling Banjos over that quote.
I will.
Oh, God.
I will do my best to master
You got gold. We're podcast gold.
I know that
That's it.
I know this much. It will cripple you the first time you hear it.
I'll fucking die.
All right, so just to finish up.
We're going to Devil's Games, bro. Seriously, we got to go.
Say the word, baby.
We have to.
I'm just warning you now, Dom.
Just
I'm gonna fucking roll through to Newark and I'm gonna be outside Jay's apartment. I'm gonna text him and be like, Jay, I'm outside. Come out. We're going to the game.
Dude,
He's gonna come out like fucking what's his name from Seinfeld. Devil! He's gonna have his whole shit painted. He's gonna have his whole face and body painted.
Two different colors.
I have an Uncle Jay jersey, Devil's jersey. I got one for the Jets too.
Why have you never won? I'm going to the Jet game tomorrow morning.
Wait. And what's so it says Uncle Jay on the back?
I had a Jets jersey and a Devils jersey personalized. It says Uncle Jay with the number 10.
I wish I would have known that because I'm going to the Jets game tomorrow.
Oh,
so I would have loved to fucking wear that shit.
You should. I'm gonna give it to you. Oh shit! If I would have known, I would have given it to you.
You guys gotta like dock up.
Dude, because we share the same fucking.
See, here's the thing.
taste.
I would stop into Newark on the way to East Rutherford, but I know Jay's gonna be fucking passed out on a fucking street corner in Secaucus. Fucking.
It's possible. I mean,
Won't be the first time.
No, he'll be awake. You just gotta drive through with the window open so you can throw the shirt right through the window as you go by. So you don't have to stop.
Dom Torrey, which apartment or house is sitcom?
He just said the Huxtables.
Huxtables, you. Uncle Jay.
The game,
Taking too long.
The Game
Brother
of
Bob.
Thrones castle.
Game of Thrones. That's not bad. It's cold.
The Lannister castle.
I don't think it's well heated, but go on.
Oh, I think after you said Roseanne, I got stuck on that. That one seems about
It's
right for me.
homey for us, right? Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like Friends, but I don't want those Friends.
Come on.
It's big though.
What about the singles complex in the movie Singles?
Singles? What? Like the show? The spin-off of Martin?
No. Singles was a film with Matt Dillon.
Well, I
Okay,
didn't
wait.
see
Can
that
I
one. I didn't see that
retract
one.
my?
Yeah, you did.
You wanna change your answer
Does Friends count
as?
a sitcom?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so
It might
Jennifer
be the most
Aniston's-
sitcomiest of sitcoms.
So that's where Jennifer Aniston's at.
yeah.
That's where I'm at.
You want it in that building?
Absolutely.
It's more about the building maybe than the apartment.
Well, in the apartment, then she can't avoid me.
Because the apartment is spacious, but they all
They have like 3 apartments at one point.
I don't even know whose apartment that was.
I don't think.
I
don't even think they knew.
I know Joey was across the hall,
Right.
and I don't.
Well,
I don't know.
Joey and Ross lived across the hall,
Well, fuck them all.
and the girls were the ones that lived in that apartment. That's like the iconic one that is always always on every episode.
With the big
Right.
window in the back.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, fair enough. I think that wraps the bit.
Yeah.
Fair, okay. So moving along, I will say that until we finally get some other music, that will be for James. Okay. So because he came to us via Preacher vs. Preacher, if I remember correctly.
Give me a Gary
Yeah, I think
Oldman.
you're right on that.
You want some? Do I have Gary Oldman in here still?
You stop interrupting.
Would you stop interrupting me while I am interrupting you?
That's actually better for James.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Well, this is why.
Sounds like Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, first of all, there's 2 more emails.
Holy shit. Go ahead, go.
Both of them from James.
Oh, of course.
First one, subject line. It's been a while. First line. Been a while. First line. First line. That was terrible. First line. First line is "fuck you, Jay." Second line, I got nothing else. Third line, James H. Okay. Second email. I love you, Dom. Is the subject line.
Fucking right.
The body of the email. The subject says it all.
James, well, I love you,
James
you
H.
fucking drunk bastard. I wish I could come down to Louisiana and
Well,
fucking fight an
Espinoza,
alligator. And
where the fuck he is?
he's in Louisiana, no?
I don't even know. I don't
He's
even
definitely in the South somewhere.
Well, James, where the fuck you at, man?
know. Below the Mason-Dixon.
He's in Louisiana somewhere.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
He's out in the fuck. Dude, you know what,
Nice.
man? I'm sorry, but whenever I think of Louisiana, I just always think of True Detective season 1. Like, is that really what it's like, man? Like that fucking the way that show portrays that state, it's just like barren wasteland with like.
Wait, what show? I'm sorry.
True Detective season 1.
Oh yeah, well.
Where it's like it's basically like the Wild West, where like there's no government, like you just live, like you just live on land.
Yeah, you were
and
just
that's
saying,
it. Like there's no civilization, like you just live on land and that's it.
Everybody just lives in between swamps.
Yeah, I'm not hating. It's fucking pretty.
No.
It's pretty sick.
Listen,
I'm just
guy,
saying, like
that guy lived like 20 miles out.
That's that Reggie Ledoux. Reggie Ledoux lives out in the fucking lives out in the sticks.
Reggie
That,
Ledoux.
I'm telling you, that season 1,
Best
True
season
Detective?
of television ever.
piece
ever.
of television ever.
It's like a flat circle. That's what I'm telling you.
And McConaughey needs to come in here.
Time is like
Reggie Ledoux.
a flat
Reggie Ledoux. Reggie Ledoux.
Telling me
Reggie Ledoux gets the back of his fucking head blown off.
Rushed. I couldn't even do Woody Harrelson in that, but all I would just do was just, I would walk around the warehouse at my job going, rushed. Rush really didn't know what.
That's fucking great.
That's like his thing. It's like, that's his thing. That whole season is being like, Rush really didn't know what he was. Like, it's just Woody Harrelson talking about like, hey, my partner was cuckoo.
It's Mickey Knox as a cop. Is what it is.
It is. Season 3 looks great by the trailer, by the way. And I'll just wrap it up with that. And you know what we'll actually do is I will do something responsible for the first time tonight.
It's been a while since we did a 2-hour show.
It has been. And I will say that literally at the 2-hour mark, if people want to support this madness, there's 2 ways to do it. You can support us on Patreon, but check
Give me
us
a
out
blowjob.
over there. What did you say? Wait, what?
I think technically that would be supporting the show.
But I think I didn't hear what you said.
I was
the
just
thing.
head.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take that. Okay. PayPal takes that, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
that's as good as a Bitcoin.
That's like the God
right?
tier. That's like the God tier on Patreon. It's like $5 a month, $25 a month, $35 a month head.
Yes, right. I did make some changes to the Patreon. But Patreon is one of them. Patreon.com/Wicked Theory. Or you could maybe check out some of the shirts that we have at teespring.com/stores/Wicked Theory Shop. That's where we have logo shirts and we have some original designs that I've had kicking around for a while.
Sign up on Patreon, $1 a month keeps the show going.
That's it. You know what I mean, kids? Come on.
Buy a T-shirt, tell your friends.
This episode, much like last week's episode was sponsored by someone from Patreon, this episode is sponsored by Clint Thiel. Clint Thiel from the Geek Dig podcast checks out this show, supports us on Patreon. You don't have to do a monthly thing.
Is that why I have him on my friends list on Facebook?
That's probably why. Speaking of Facebook and all that kind of social media stuff, people, we're going to go around the table. Dom, it's been a while since you were here. Where can people find you on Twitter?
At Dom_Torre. That's TORRE.
Because he loves it. That's not the line. I love it when you spell it. Jay?
I'm at Reggie Ledoux.
I got to be so bad. Stop.
Jay, spell Ledoux right now.
LEDEUX.
Wow.
Where's the O, Jay?
There's no Ledoux.
Is there an umlaut or some
It
shit?
should be an EOUX.
What the fuck is an umlaut?
Umlaut.
Well, it's not the right thing.
I'm at Uncle Jay's thing.
I gotta pee so fucking bad. Let me tell you how bad I gotta pee.
Everybody else got up.
I gotta pee so bad that when I go pee, I won't be able to pee. You know what I'm
You don't have
talking
to think about waterfalls and all that.
Oh, I gotta no.
You gotta
not
pee
even-
so bad that like your piss builds up like a dam within your penis.
Now it's jammed.
Right.
Now it's
I
like
gotcha.
all backed up, and I gotta like unlet the fucking channels. Anyway.
Senior catheter.
Oh my God! Like if I could.
Well, let's see. I'm at Bob at WTPC. Not Maximum Bob. Not yet. At least.
Not yet, anyway. But give a shout out
At
to
Bob
Valak
the-
on Facebook.
Yes, Valik VALIK. Look for us on Facebook. I'm running the page now, so look out for that. I'm also going to be working on the YouTube channel as well. So keep an eye out for that.
Tom's giving me a look. It's like I'm squirming in my chair for some reason. Suddenly, I have to go so bad. All right, folks. Bill either will drink again or will not drink again. That will
We'll see how he feels tomorrow.
That will depend on how you react to this episode, basically.
Hurry up and go before you break the seal right here.
Oh, my God. All right, so I'm at Wicked Theory. The show is at wickedtheory.com. Check out the DCTV report every week, every Sunday, in a few hours, actually. Edward O'Hare, Sarah Netzley, they get together. They recap all the live-action DCTV shows. You can check out The Real Thing on Facebook, REEEL.
Wes Weezer.
That's right. Doing all kinds of links to pop culture news during the week. And that's going to wrap us up. That's going to take us out of here. If you're listening live, stick around. There will be some type of after show in a mere few moments or two. And I'm going to, wow, I can't even move the chair. I have to pee so bad. That hurt.
124 minutes.
100. Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Oh, my God almighty.
Dom's fault.
Yeah. Anyway, pull the music up, Bill. So you
Fucking
can go.
Johnny Walker's fault.
What's the button?
It's starting to look like your shirt.
There it is.
And I'm not even done yet. I still got to switch over to the middle track song. Check us out every week, folks. Thank you.
The Wicked Theory podcast is heard live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern until whenever. Just go to mixler.com/wicked-theory. Mixler is MIXLR. Sign up to join the chat. Then click the follow button to get reminders whenever the show goes live. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and at wickedtheory.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/wickedtheory. There you can get the after show if you miss it live. God forbid. Plus other exclusive episodes. As always, send your emails to podcast@wickedtheory.com.